special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South and Band. James on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of my discussion. Spoon.
Yes, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South and Band. James on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of my discussion. Spoon.
Yes, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South and Band. James on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information.
These are the people that need rescue right now. Why you worry about Prince Joseph? Who is going to a Sunday, walking slow like Toto? Why you worry about him? Rescue your nation. Look at the hospitals. Look at the schools. Bring the teachers back into the classroom. Look at the behavior. Look at the gasoline, the roads that are being built. People can't get from one village to another. Those are the things you promised in your first 100 days. War crime code should not be in your 100 days. Take it from your 100 days and put it into your 4th year. When you are leaving power and you bring war crime code, nobody will care. But when you have this government in the first 2 months you bring war crime code, all your program will be undermined. Now all of you having confusion. Oh, we're gonna tie them up. We'll get on to Ghana. Did you talk to Ghana? This was a country that spent thousands and millions of dollars. They sent their children here during the war and they die here. Did you talk to Nigeria? Nigeria sent their children here and they die here in this country. And they continue to insist that the war in Liberia will end. Did you talk to Guinea? Did you talk to Cote d'Ivoire? You never talk to all of these people. They are against you doing what you're doing because Liberia is still fragile. We are peaceful, but we are not stable. This is not a stabilized country. Things are going on daily and nightly. This president needs to listen and to watch and to analyze. War crime code, move it from your agenda now. Move it from your agenda. The Constitution does not allow a white man to be citizen in this country. No white man is supposed to be citizen in this country. And you know who passed the first law? It was our brothers who came from America as slaves. And they said to us, the settlers, the originals that they met here, and they said, the white people are bad people. The way they treated us. So we came back now, we are free. But no white man should be a citizen in this country. And the other tribe, the Gola people, the Vai people, the Mende, they say, true. No white man will be citizen. And so white man is not a citizen in this country.
Hello, welcome. This is Spoon TV. We are on 19th Street. This is the building right adjacent the Liberty Party office, or campaign office here in Cinco on 19th Street. And you can see the blazing fire. This is the Good News Mission Church. And what I'm told, there are several buildings at the back of this place, and you can see the raging fire. You can see but the cause of the fire is still on news. So maybe later we will talk to our witnesses. But right now, if the fire service, the Liberia National Fire Service, if you are watching this live, there is an emergency. You have to come on 19th Street Beach Side, 19th Street, Beach Side. So the residents here are really trying to quench the fire, but they are finding it very, very difficult. And is the fire is making its way to the next building. So you thank God fire service, not the fire service, but water truck has arrived. So they will pull water in bucket and waste it, but I think that is not enough. The fire service will have to be here as urgent as possible, because you can see the team here battling the fire from extending to the community. But I think the police also is doing well. You can see the officers are doing well, but we cannot tell as to what caused the fire at this moment. Maybe because right now the team here is working assiduously to make sure that the fire does not extend to the rest of the community. Then the disaster will be very huge. But as it is, they are working. They are working. They are working, making sure that it does not go further. So the Liberia National Fire Service, wherever you are, there is an emergency. There is an emergency. The fire started small, and as the hour or the time clicks, the fire will continue to extend. The fire will continue to extend. So wherever who has the contact of the Liberia National Fire Service can just locate them on 19th Street, the beach side, right adjacent the Liberty Party campaign headquarters. I think the residents here are doing everything possible to quench the fire, but it is not enough. But it is what they have at the moment. This is what they have at the moment. So this is all they can do. It's all they can do. It's all they can do. Even the police is making frantic effort. We are hearing explosive in the fire. Certainly there will be a bit of explosion because there are other materials that are so as God could have it, the truck that just arrived is pulling water here. I think it's they are trying, but it is not enough because the kind of faucet the Liberia National Fire Service has to mount a bit of pressure on the water. They do not have it. They do not have it. So you will see. Okay, so this is good. This is good. I think faucet is on. This.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the South.
Okay, I'd like to say welcome.
On the beat.
Welcome again. Welcome, Liberia. Welcome, Liberians. Welcome to all of you across the world. Thanks for joining us tonight
A special one.
on another edition of the Late Night Show. Yes, apologies for coming up a bit late, of course. But we're here tonight to do what we've committed to, making sure that we talk about the issues and just expressing ourselves on those different happenings, making sure that we bring you diverse views on the different happenings across the country. And I'd like to say welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. My name is Nelson Colette, and I'm here with you. The rest of the team is coming on. It's going to be a fascinating show tonight. Yes, so many things happening in Liberia. We get to talk about those things right here. Again, welcome to the show. Let me go across and bring in the rest of the guys. I see Rudolph. Rudolph is here with us. Rudolph Bala. Rudolph, why is your camera shaking? What's going on? Are you joining us
I just touched it.
from an unknown destination tonight or what?
No, this is my
That
my usual spot, Nelson.
that background requires some explanation.
No, this is my usual spot. Are you trying to tell us about what the CEO tried telling us, and you put him off? You want to give
Ah,
us the news?
you said the CEO did what?
No, I said the CEO tried to tell us something about you next week, but then you just put it there off.
I mean, the CEO joking. Let me tell you now. Mr. Josh Wheeler, let me bring Mr. Josh Wheeler on. That Raymond Nathan cap there, that can go. You gotta take care of that.
Yeah, along that Raymond and stuff.
That Raymond Nathan kind of came with there.
How
There's
you
a
guys
new
doing, man?
they have for Abuja.
Abaja, yeah. Abaja.
That hat can look very nice on short guy's head. There, you see, George.
And you see.
No, but
You see the guy.
someone said Josh is 3 feet. He's three. No, the person was serious. I said, "Are you sure?" The person said, "Yes, I've seen. I've seen Josh. I've seen either with
Yeah.
Josh. That guy is 3 feet, and he comes on the show and be talking all the terrible things about that guy. Just 3 feet, man. Imagine.
Yeah,
No,
the
but
man
Josh,
a tower.
you gotta remove the cap, man. You're against the rule.
Oh,
Of our show.
Nelson, you know poking wear the cap here, my man. But
Let's
anyway,
keep it.
Nelson, and see that's the issue. That's the issue. People don't know you. You know me. You met me. You know. I've never met Rudolph, but hopefully I'll meet him one day soon. But you met me. You know who I am. You know
The
my
person
height
said
and my body. You know.
no. The person real anger was the fact that someone, according to the person, I will not state whether it's male or female, but the person said,
Mhm.
"Imagine Nelson, someone who is 3 feet, talking all the terrible thing about alcohol." He said, "At least the man is 6 feet."
Mhm.
6 feet and maybe 5 inches or something around there. I will
Then you can
understand.
talk.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's interesting, man.
It is. It is.
That's
Our
the
people,
beautiful.
they can talk things that they know. They don't know it, but they will just talk it. And guess what? Don't talk, put argue there. Nelson. So you see the gap over there. Talking about the
Nelson, we
3
are
feet.
starting almost 2 hours later. What happened, man? What's going on? Are we
Yeah.
gonna be here
So
tonight for long or what?
yeah. So um, first of all, we had some issues from here, and yeah. So our apologies to our audience for that.
So are
Yes.
we spending an extra hour?
My man, you really want my back?
I'm just asking because I mean
Oh my.
to
You think
compensate
that
for
better for
the
yeah?
time.
Man, no,
Okay,
man.
yeah. We'll
Man,
spend extra hours. Yeah, we'll spend extra
okay, I
hours.
agree. That's
Yeah,
good.
at least 1 hour 20 minutes. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I,
don't think that'll be bad. Yeah.
I want to say welcome, Marie.
Oh,
Marie,
Marie, how you doing, Mama?
she's fun.
Long time, long
That's your
time.
best friend, Josh.
That's my good friend. That's my good friend.
Yeah. Marie, thanks for joining the show. Let me bring Mr. Prince Bay
Thank you
on.
for
I
having me,
see
Nelson.
the
Thank you.
missionary Emmy of Masha territory. Emmy is coming up with a. Anyway, let me not talk that.
No, talk. Hey, you want to talk? You want to talk?
Emmy, welcome to the show, man. It's good to have you. I was just trying
Thank
to
you.
welcome you, officially welcome
Nelson,
you. Yeah.
Nelson,
Thank you. Hey
Nelson. You know
guys.
that. So
Hey,
what?
I
So
mean,
what CEO
I
was
bring
trying to
all the
talk
females
about?
up. Hmm.
Nelson.
Yeah.
The news that CEO was trying to give, right? This gone Sunday, I had a guest in my house, and he told me that news. I was like,
He
but how
told you
did
what
you
on the news?
know that I don't
that
even
wasn't
know?
good news.
No about Nelson.
My man,
My man, tell you that man issue.
the
Tell
CEO
him
was
that
joking. Let me tell you.
I said I had a guest here on Sunday, and he told me that. I was like, but I have no idea.
He
My
changed
man.
it straight from she to he.
Yeah.
Then
I
she
mean,
told me, and he told me, you and Rudolph, you in
I said
trouble.
he. I said he.
You lie.
but,
Rudolph,
but
He said
Rudolph,
she, he said
Rudolph,
he again.
how come
Rudolph.
the person knows my every move and they tell you, my man, I
Exactly.
think I,
No,
I, I fake
seriously,
news.
I was very surprised, Nelson, because I was like, I don't even know.
My man,
Rudolph,
the
what you
CEO was
mad at
Whether
joking.
me
you
But
can
anyway,
you can
well,
just in the group chat later.
welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being up here. It's a good thing to have everyone joining us. Army of Masha territory. Thank you for joining us, Marie. Thanks for being here.
Yes,
I
sir.
brought I brought Josh down because today is International Women's Day. You know,
Man, then you put the girl
and
over
so
me.
yeah, and
what
so
you man
the
say?
women, the women deserve all the best treatment. All the
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
how to
true.
say it, but
That's true.
they are the real MVPs. And yes, I want to say thanks for being here tonight. I just want us to do our quick opening, just 1 minute each, and then we can kickstart the show. What's on your mind? Or you guys want to welcome the guys? We're out of time, and I just want to say welcome to everyone in the comment section.
Look at
Please,
Mercury. He on my back again.
please share the program. Thank you. Welcome to everyone. So let's start our opening. Emmy, you want to kickstart the opening, or we start with Rudolph? Where do we start from?
Ladies before gentlemen.
You remind me of a guy in high school. We had a fire drill and everybody were running out of the class. He jumped in front of us. He started running. We're going down the stairs. The moment we reached on the basement stairs, he saw the smoke downstairs. He said, ladies first.
Yeah, you're cool.
That's when he remembered that he had ladies. He wanted he's too
No,
bad.
today is
Yeah.
your day, so you have to go ahead.
I got a smart man down there.
So that mean, so
Uh,
that no.
So
So that mean
all
he
of us,
wanted to burn the women at first.
that was the whole
No,
plan. He
that
started
was
running.
wrong.
So all the
Don't do
children that
that.
are breaking children, they started pushing them. Get out of here, you little funky! Now you want to know that you got women. You didn't know you had women first. So that's exactly what Rudolph is doing. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. Yeah, you're looking for me yesterday. I was here. So and everyone in the comment section, thank you. Even though Nelson and Stanton with his spoon decided to bring us on late, but
Come on, come on,
we're
come
here.
I mean, why you can't allow things to be in a position in you always let to chocolate things. I've
Don't let
already
me.
apologized to our audience.
Oh, I wasn't
You
here when you
know,
were.
for, yeah, you took
So
the church late.
thank you, Thomas, for being here from China. But listen, I have Nelson. You don't want me to tell them the other thing that on my mind, so don't push my button.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, thank you guys. Liberia is in our mind, and we're here to talk about Liberia tonight. I think we should just go into it because we're already late. That's
Okay.
all I gotta say.
Thank you. Um, let's take a male, then we take the female. Rudolph, what's on your mind?
Oh yeah, I can go ahead. I mean, what is on my mind is always the issue of Liberia, and I would say most importantly, what is on my mind is the tremendous success that we see from our president, and I think he has shown strength. For now, I think he is the strongest Liberian president thus far. Even though it is very
1847.
oh yeah, sure. I mean, he has shown courage. He is doing things that people who we thought that they were strong enough they couldn't do. He is doing it now, and that is courage. So yeah, I think he is he is in a position to steer our country into the right direction, Nelson. So I look forward to a good show.
Thank you, Rudolph. Let's hear from you, Josh. What's on your mind? Then we take Mary. Then we take Prince. I don't want
Look, guys.
Mary to go before Josh. So let's
No, she can't go. She can't go. Now my best friend that she can go. So the thing is that look, I have so many things on my mind, but listening to the last show with the Spoon Talk, the last little segment of it when CEO was talking, that's where I think I would just start from. When you talk about Jefferson Koji moving to our party headquarters to stay, and look, I don't know whether this is true, but we suppose that everything I said on Spoon Talk is true. So let's say it's true, and I'll just take it as face value, even though I haven't done any research. But what baffles me is that people say Jefferson Koji is stealing. Even in the indictment, they say he used public funds for his own good, for his own personal use. Here is a man that is after not even 6 months, he's homeless.
Okay,
And now we are
that's
looking
surreal.
around. Oh, my man, who would make himself homeless for Sharada? You would do it. Nobody else would do it. Only you. Let me end my statement, please.
That's not real.
Hey, guys, let me end, please.
Yeah,
I know y'all will say
guys,
all your
Josh
work.
needs to be protected.
Yeah, I
Let
need your end, please.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys, come on.
go ahead, make your point quickly. You have
And
30
this is
seconds
the thing,
remaining.
and this is that's why when they say Labremen data, Labremen kid, we lie too much in our country. We lie to the extent that even some of the things that they say, like they say against us, we are surprised because we don't even know them that about ourselves. And that's the type of Liberia we have. And we cannot build Liberia in this way. When people would take upon themselves to just lie. The other time I was sitting at my house in Liberia, some boys were passing and say, "Oh, that one where men bury horse here, oh." They put that in the horse here, they can't take off.
Josh said, "Lie."
I see that at my own house. I see that at my own house, and people passing see that when men bury horse, that the people that inside can't take us. And that's the thing. Liberian people, we lie so much that even the lies has become true.
Thank
And
you.
it's so appalling. And we need to change. Not because they say Liberians who should lie. It should not be like that. We should do better, people, and we can do better. Thank you. God bless. Have a good show. And my favorite person is Marie. Marie is here. So
That was
I'll
a
be
good one,
I'll be at
George.
my good behavior. I'll be at my good
The last
behavior.
story you just told was a good one.
Please go ahead.
Master, say your own. Say your own.
Mary, go ahead. Let's hear
George, just because Jefferson Koji seems to be broke don't mean he did not steal the Liberian people money. It could just be misuse of funds due to the fact that he thought they was going to go for another 6 years and he was going to have the opportunity to steal more. But it's exciting to be back. It's been a while. School have been taking my time a lot, and I apologize for that. I just want to say a happy International Women's Day to all of the beautiful Liberian women, most specifically the ladies on our platform, Ami, Miss Cora, Shirley, Maggie, everybody. Happy International Women's Day, beautiful.
Happy Women's Day to you too, sister.
Well, thank you.
They asked our first lady about International Women's Day. What do they call International Women's Day?
That's not true. That's not true.
Nelson, you don't have any opinion on the show. Please let us talk. Please.
No. We have to read the checkpoints, George. That's
no.
You
should only read it on me. You read it on everybody else.
So let's hear from Prince. What's on your mind, sir? Let's hear you.
First, let me say good afternoon to you all, for the panelists, and good morning to you, Nelson. And happy International Women's Day to the ladies and the entire world, all the women. I mean, it's a pleasure to have women as mothers, sisters, aunties, and grandmothers. So I want to say happy International Women's Day. What's on my
Thank
mind,
you.
Nelson? What's on my mind, Nelson, is that the outbreak of fire that is just occurring in Liberia is signaling something very dangerous. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I heard May on a revelation that she said that she saw two hands, one turning downward and one's going up. And yesterday was just in Stinker. Today it's on Oval.
Well,
I don't know.
since you've jumped into one of our talking points now,
Okay, no, I do
let's
not know,
let's
but
let's
no, because nothing. It's scary.
okay.
Scary. People, I mean, people confused what's going
Why
on in
is
the
your
country.
audio going and coming? What's going on?
Are they going and coming? Am I
You
good?
okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's on my mind. I say thank to Almighty God for taking the president over to Ivory Coast for that important meeting and then coming back home. I just want to be grateful to God for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, let me bring Vacabinet to Ray on. He's not going to say what's on his mind because he came in late. He said when you come late, you can raise some. But lots
Again,
of
it's
things
good.
happening in the country. Ture, thanks for joining us. It's good to have you on tonight.
Great to
And
be on. Happy Women's Day to all of our beautiful sisters here on the platform, and obviously our viewers in the comment section as well. So thank you, Nelson. Great to be back. Great to be on here with all
Thank
of you.
you, Ture.
well, thanks a lot, Ture, and thanks to everyone for joining us tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show. Yesterday there's something we thought to throw in a little bit of light on. Well, the fire situation, that's something we'll talk about. It's alarming. It's very scary. Here in Liberia, considering what's going on now, we go to bed being very afraid. We are very much afraid because we don't know who's gonna be the next victim. That's just the reality right now. You don't know who's gonna be the next victim. And the thing about it is that it's not like closing your doors to criminals. You want to put all the security bars to be very sure that no one is going to break in. No, it's like an invisible enemy that you're trying to fight. You don't know which way they're coming from. You have absolutely no idea as to when they're going to attack or what have you. And that's just the situation with fire in our country. Is seriously alarming. With a country that has 4 fire engines, the engines are down most times, and it's just one challenge. So we'll talk about that coming up very shortly. But like most of you said, the president returned from a working visit um, from Cote d'Ivoire. Yes. And then on the flip side, you have this issue. Now, the war crimes code discussion is still going on. It's one of the major issues that folks are still talking about. But we're not going war crime code like that tonight. Something we discussed last evening, and there was a reaction to it today. Maybe we will touch on that a little. The asset recovery team was set up. We discussed the executive order. The next day, the team was set up. We talked about that. And then the reactions. Someone who a lot of people did not expect to embrace this asset recovery team has embraced it. Senator Nathaniel Miguel shocked a lot of people in our country today when he did a write-up
Not me.
expressing his appreciation, let me put it that way, for this whole asset recovery team, going back to how CDC tried, and there were challenges, but now this government is about to do it. It's a good thing and stuff like that. Well, it came as a surprise to so many people, especially in a country, in a space where a lot of people now are considering this whole issue about asset recovery to be a witch hunt. What does that mean? What does it say about the the fighting spirit, the opposition spirit of Senator Nathaniel Fallow McGill? Is he betraying the struggle of the opposition community at this time? Now, remember, this thing is happening when a lot of folks in the opposition are kicking against it, especially having someone like Councillor Martin, Edward Clark Martin, serving as the head of this team. So many folks in the opposition community are so much afraid. Some say it's a witch hunt. Having someone like Martin Colley, who have done lots of critical write-ups against the CDC government for the past 6 years. Almost all of those write-ups projecting the CDC government as a bad government, coming back to serve on an asset recovery team as a member to go after individuals who served in that very government that he termed as a bad, wicked, devilish, corrupt administration. A lot of people are concerned. And now in the midst of the concerns, one of their own from Georgian camp, the senator, not just anybody, but a very powerful man from that camp. Look, I need to look for what the senator wrote, and then we will talk about Senator Connors read up. But let's take a look at this. Is this it? No. Okay, so this should be the read up. I want to
And that's in that mission we ain't got post on it yet.
You really gonna put your test up, yo?
Your ticket.
When you put it, tell you delete it.
That's not it there anyway. That's not it.
Which text you talking about? Okay, no, this is not it. No, I'm trying to get.
You guys coming to do.
Be careful because I plan on taking pictures when you put it.
Okay, so this is what the honorable wrote. A write-up coming in at a time when people within his cycle are kicking against this thing. As a past official of the executive, I overwhelmingly, with my whole heart and everything within me, welcome the establishment of the Office of Asset Recovery Process. It is crucial that the past and current officials of government are held accountable for their stewardship and potential misuse of public resources. I am fully supportive of the idea that the past and current officials, including myself, should be willing to submit myself to scrutiny and accountability when called upon by the relevant authorities, consistent with the established laws. Transparency in the process is key to ensuring fairness and impartiality in the investigation and recovery of assets that may have been misappropriated. He goes on to say that I called on President Barkai to show the courage, if he truly does, not to want to witch hunt, to include the past 12 years under the Unity Party rule instead of limiting the process to the 6 years of the CDC, blah, blah, blah. I believe that by cooperating with the Office of Asset Recovery Team, any other investigative bodies, we can demonstrate our commitment to upholding the rule of law and integrity in public service. It is only through accountability, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, and it goes on, Okay, but let me just read the final paragraph where it says, I urge all past and current officials of government to embrace this opportunity for accountability and to support the efforts of the Office of the Asset Recovery Team in their important work. Together, we can contribute to a more transparent in the country. But this is what the senator wrote, man. No need to go too much into this thing yet.
I
This is
know.
what the senator wrote. The senator,
We already got the point.
at a point, they may overwhelmingly, wholeheartedly, with everything in him, without looking left, right, in front, or behind, straight face, he embraced asset recovery team. He commended the president. But then he went on to say that what a weapon thing, you're gonna do witch hunt. Look, even the red up. Let's start from the red up. Just the coverage to do this red up in the midst of everything that is being said, especially from folks within the former the immediate past administration. What does it say? Is he taking his own position? You have the likes of Representative Gray and other people who think that this is a witch hunt. It's going to go after other officials. And
You
then
starting with me?
the aspect, yeah, we can come to the aspect where he talked about the need to go back to the included 12 years of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, added on President George Weah 6 years, and start the whole asset recovery thing for 18 years. Let's take on the conversation from there. Emmy, let's hear your take on this issue.
Thank you, Nelson. I don't know why you keep calling it courage. I call it dry face. What Nathaniel McGill wrote is they can't lick his face. That's what it is, not dog licking his face. He got dry face. This is just a show. Okay? Because if he meant it, he wouldn't be giving ultimatum or caveat, whatever they call it. He would embrace the process and say, "Oh yeah, this is a good thing. I think the president is doing a good thing for accountability. We should all embrace it and something. If you don't have anything to hide, what does it matter where to start from? It's none of your business. You had 6 years. If you felt like the United Party government did something, you should have went after them to go do the auditing or whatever or asset recovery that you wanted to do. You should have done it. Okay? The government that you took over from. This government took over from you. And if he chooses to start from you, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing witch hunting. If you're not a witch, don't be worried about somebody hunting you. If you didn't do anything wrong, even if they're witch hunting, let them witch hunt. I know I ain't stealing no money. If somebody said to come here after me to do assets recovery, can't recover my bed, can't recover my shoes. You won't find any government money. It won't even move me. You can even start from December 2023. It won't bother me because I know I had nothing to hide. You don't come here and give ultimatum telling the man when to start. It's like you telling somebody how to do their job. You telling somebody
include the 12 years and the 6 years, make it 18 years. Start the investigation from there.
There's who?
But Amy, let's do this. Don't you think it's necessary? It's prudent.
No, it's not.
It's very expedient enough to start this process from this 12 years of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, because we want to get all the assets back.
Okay, so
what asset plus 12-year asset? You know what you're talking about? 18 years asset. You want to get everything back, combine everything, and use it for the country.
Okay, Nelson. If Nathaniel McGill believed that the United Party government had assets that they stole, they should have went after it. Okay, they chose not to. JMB, what if JMB doesn't think that they stole any asset? You're telling say, oh yes, they did. Then why didn't you go after it? Why would you consult me that I should go after you? It's like you telling me my agenda, what I want to do. You want to tell me how to do or go on with my agenda and how to. No, there is no law.
Wrong? Is it wrong? Just finally, then we move to
No, you gotta let me in. We're not finally moving. Yeah, go ahead with your question.
Is it wrong, Amy? Is it wrong for an official of the opposition community to give you a vase, just an advice?
Thanks, but no thanks.
The country.
No, nothing wrong with that. But don't tell me that that's the only way out. brother, you will comply when it gets to you. If you stole nothing, he's a Liberian, like everybody always said when you say who are they? Oh, isn't it? Aren't we Liberians? Aren't we all of a sudden when somebody's saying something wrong there, all of a sudden everybody Liberians love Liberia. Okay, Natana Magez is the Liberian. He's a government official.
Okay.
Again, yeah, nothing wrong with him saying that, but he shouldn't make it like, oh, that's the only thing.
But
If
when
you
you
don't do that,
commend
then
him in
that's
the
witch
first place,
hunting. There's
when you
nothing
commend
witch
him,
hunting
when
about
you
that.
commend him in the first place for the courage to do this right up,
Play dry
commending the
face?
government for this step.
No, I don't, because he's bluffing.
Okay, thank you.
I see it as a bluff. Nothing. Let me end my talks, please. I see it as a bluff that he wrote it in the make. I mean, not telling him again. We don't even need audit. We can audit you with our eyeballs. Okay, we saw you 6 years ago. We saw it. Tell us unless you are making 300 and 400 million a year or 1 million a year.
Thank you.
We saw you for years. We don't need that, and you just got sanctioned. We don't need.
Thank
I
you.
think you should be embracing this thing to clear your name instead of you putting an ultimatum or you got to start from so and so time. Who are you to tell me where to start
Thank you
from? This
very
is
much.
my
Thanks a lot.
agenda, and
Thanks a lot.
now see, can I
He's
rest
a
my
senator.
case?
He is a senator. Your case will not rest. I mean, your case
No,
will
I
not.
Yeah,
had to
that
rest
case
my
can never
case.
rest. It
He's
will
a
be
I
off.
had to
senator.
rest my
It
He's
can
case.
a
That's
never
what I
rest.
mean.
like the senator the other day said, take it for your agenda. Take one
Exactly.
point for
Yeah.
your
You
agenda. Take it
imagine?
from there.
Can you
You
imagine
know,
somebody
this is
ordering the
another senator
president?
who's saying
You
10
ordering
years
the
from 6 years
president.
carry to 18 years.
You
I mean,
ordering the president how to
thank
do
you.
his job, where you want him to start. Where I mean, then everybody should just come and just be like, "Boy, you do this, you do that."
Okay,
Come on,
thank you.
Nelson, that's a
Let's
joke.
hold you there, Amy. Let's hold you there, Amy. We have a lot to cover. We're gonna be bringing a gentleman on when once we move to the fire discussion. Someone who has uh, several years of experience in firefighting. He's gonna weigh in his thoughts on some of the issues with respect to the discussion on the fire service. But I see friends in the background and our brother there. I'll bring them on. But let's hear from you on this topic. Prince, let's hear from Prince first. Marie, I'm not coming to you yet. Let's hear from Prince. We take Josh, then we take Marie. Prince, this is what Senator Miguel says. He appreciates this whole process, man. It's a good thing. But you carry, you're included 12 years. The time President Barker was serving as vice president, you're included there too. Is it a fair argument here?
Good. Nelson, thank you. First and foremost, Senator McGay was the Minister of State for President Affairs to Honorable President Weah, right?
Yeah.
All right. So President Weah constituted a team for the scene asset recovery.
Yeah.
Why didn't he tell President Weah, says it's about time for all the audit. Led government for the 12 years. Why didn't he say that? You know, when you say your hand is clean, right? Like this. What I say as the president, the team that I have set up to start the investigation, while the staff on behind or from the front. You don't mandate them to ask them what to do.
You know, Prince,
That's number
I know
one.
a lot of people are against this whole thing about, the senator is trying to mandate the president. Okay, let's forget about that aspect. Let's go to the argument he's pushing. Is it fair to start this thing from 12 years, the 12 years of presidential leave?
Nelson, when you're taking a bucket of water and it whisks before you, where you start wiping from when you get a towel?
I know. I'm forgetting what that is it.
So, they want the recovery team say we started from the front, from the beginning. Where did Jeff pointed us?
No, Prince.
Hold on.
Seriously,
Hold on.
your audio is not doing well for us. You want to log out and come back. If the phone is sitting on something, try to position it somewhere where the mic on the phone is not covered. Once you block the mic, then it will have some stuff like that. But Josh, let's hear you on this issue. Let me bring Francis on. Let me bring our brother make her one on. Thanks for joining us, Francis. And let's hear you on this one, Josh.
Look, thank you, Nelson. And I think the senator spoke on behalf of everyone who's concerned about what is going on. You know, Nelson, being someone who was born in a village, we know when, even though, there are obvious thief in a village, anything that gets lost, they first call upon them. But if
Yeah.
you call Sasewu and you say the only person I'm going to give the Sasewu in the whole town is a guy who have been excused, then it becomes an issue. People will be like, then what? They even the medicine got no option but to say the guy is guilty. You know what I mean? We are not saying no one is afraid of audit. The
You sure,
CDC,
Josh? You
no
think the
one,
CDC
no
is
one,
not afraid of audit
no one is afraid of
after
audit.
6
No
years
one.
of leadership and several top officials of government being sanctioned? You think the CDC is not afraid of audit? You think so?
Nelson, the CDC as a party is not afraid of anything. We have gotten the worst in the history of Liberia sanctions on us. We are not afraid of anything anymore. Bring it on. However, we want fairness, and that's the thing. You cannot have people who have served in the past government before our own coming back to government. We did not audit them, and that's all our fault. It's no fault of theirs, right? We did not audit them because the auditing the guys from the recovery unit, the RS people, they asked for I think $1 million, and we said we have other priorities that will use that money on to improve the lives of the people that going after people who we could go after
So
anytime,
it
maybe
means
in our
that you
seventh
did
term or
not
something.
prioritize audit in the first place. That's
we did not.
That's the first place your
We
whole
did
issue
not.
started from.
Nelson, and guess what? It is not, look, we should not take it as the weakness or the badness of CDC because we did not audit. Those who stole are the bad people. CDC is not a bad person here because you did not audit them. If you stole from your country and you expect to be audited before you get the money back, then of course you
Let me
are
ask
the
you this
problem.
question, Josh.
You
Let me
are
ask
the
you this
problem.
question. Let me
CDC
ask
is
you
not
this
a problem.
question. No, let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
The traffic police standing in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And that driver who runs into a vulnerable pedestrian right before the eyes of the traffic police, the driver runs into a vulnerable pedestrian. The police officer who is there to go after that particular driver and make sure that justice is served in the interest of that vulnerable pedestrian sits back, he does nothing, he hails that man, he claps for the driver, and the driver leaves. All of a sudden, that vulnerable pedestrian dies. Josh, are you saying here that the police officer who watched everything happen with the authority he has, but watched that innocent pedestrian die, will have absolutely no blame, no fault in everything that happened?
Nelson, can I answer your question?
Yes,
Who
sir.
killed the pedestrian? Who killed the pedestrian?
The driver, the speeding driver.
Thank you. The
Who had
speeding
the
driver,
authority to go after him?
out of their negligence, let me say, Nelson, out of their negligence, killed someone. And now you want to blame the police officer because he was standing on a road? No, the police officer can go there, but guess what? That police officer might either be looking at the traffic that is coming, that when he goes concentrate on that one person who has been hit, other people will get hit. So guess what? That's why I'm talking about priority. And guess what? You just walk into my narrative. Priorities are there. Let me tell you. If the policeman left,
we're going back to that scenario. We're not leaving from there.
Yeah, no good.
On, guys.
Yeah, bring on scenario. But I'm telling you,
coming on to help your brother tonight, Josh. But here is the thing. You are saying that it is the negligence of the driver.
Yeah.
The police officer should not be blamed. But how about the fact that the police officer has the authority? He's in the best position to make sure that that person, justice is served in the interest of that innocent pedestrian.
Nelson, that's what I'm telling you. The policeman is there. He can get account of what happened. But guess what? Primarily, he's there to serve everyone. So he left the whole traffic. let the whole traffic to go to that particular man. He's not a doctor, right? He's not a doctor.
Can
He goes to focus.
can we add a little bit to this? So what's about if this police officer gets in the car of the guy who hits this person and then ride with him in order to avoid him being stopped by other police officers? Because that is the case right there. Those people who were corrupt, like I was saying, Madam Salif, and they
Okay. Let's leave that scenario.
I mean, you guys can get any scenario to knock me off my peg. So just look for something else. I am telling you, it's not a good thing that the CDC did not audit. However, the reason of not auditing, just like the police officer, there were other priorities because the traffic is there to look at. He's a traffic police. He's not a investigator or somewhere else. He's there to direct the traffic. He have seen it. He will give account. But he will be there to make sure that other cars pass because other people who are sick are in the cars as well, who are going to get where they are in the cars, that they need to go to where they are going. He's not going to focus on that one person and allow all the other people to die. So that's the thing. That's where priorities come in. Let me tell you what happened. We want audit. What we are saying, and we are not even resisting that you audit us, but audit 12 years at least. Because we don't want it, we want you to look credible. We want you to be seen as doing the right thing. Because if you audit your own people and audit us, even the international community will hear you. But if you wouldn't want to target only us, and guess what? These are the people who have been saying CDC is steady, CDC is steady, CDC is steady, and then you bring them on and say, come and investigate CDC.
Then you should be happy to prove them wrong.
Thank you.
You should be happy that you prove them wrong.
Amy, don't interrupt me. Let me finish.
You should be happy if you prove them wrong.
Yeah, Nelson, let me finish. Let me conclude.
Okay, 10 seconds.
No, you're not concluding yet.
Besides Vasco and myself, I think everyone here, the only one for police to rock up to George Weah house and say, get outside, give us the key, they take the house. That's what they want. But guess what? That's not how the law works. So you guys got a long way to go because I know that George Weah did not see you any money to pay your houses, and you guys will be shocked. And I know you'll be disenchanted soon, so we are here to watch.
We're not stupid. We know that's not how it works. We're not stupid.
Let's hold George there a bit.
But Nelson, Amy is interrupting every second. You need to take care of that as well.
But you are
She's interrupting. It's becoming unbearable.
Right now.
It's becoming unbearable, Nelson. Please.
I have the button. I have the
You're
button.
interrupting right now.
Yeah, Maria is here as well. People are here. Everyone is here, but Amy, continue to interrupt. Everything you say into is interrupting. Please.
You have to disrupt the show.
No, I need to say it more so that you can understand it.
No, you don't need to.
But Emmy,
I need to. That's what I'm doing now. I don't know how you're going to take care of that because I will say Amy is interrupting every time. She doesn't allow people to speak.
Josh, your time is up, Josh. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And she got to say thank you.
Guys,
you gotta say thank you because she will say the last word. That's the thing. It's embarrassing on the show that anything you say, Amy will be the last person to speak. It's ridiculous, man.
Josh.
No, Nelson, you gotta take care of that, man. Come on,
Josh.
Come on. Let's do something better.
Thank you, George.
Moderator. Today is International Women's Day.
Thank you, George, for your concern.
Our moderator with all due courtesy.
Nelson, I will be interrupting now. Maybe you say me in the back because that's why she speaks. I will speak as
my
you cannot continue to do this, Nelson.
No, Josh, seriously. Let's take Marie. We're gonna take Marie, and then we'll take Ture. Oh, Prince, we will come to you. We'll come to you, Prince. We'll come to you.
No problem.
You get your space up, but we'll come to you.
Thank you for coming, Vasco.
Marie, let's hear you. Let's hear your take on this issue. 12 years back, or we just go by the 6 years. Because the thing here is, this is a smart debate. This is a smart argument right here. If we are going to 12 years, the 12 years of President Sirleaf, guess who those individuals are that are coming to the picture? Gregory Cuomo. Asset recovery, everything he did at the police, when he was police inspector general, he will come there. What are some of the names? Some of the guys who were in Judy Moore,
Americone,
Senator Conner, and all those people who were the backbones of the President Sirleaf administration, some of whom are even serving in this government, will be brought into the picture. But let's hear you, Marie.
Look, Nelson, CDC always tend to play a mind game on the Liberian people, but not for some of us. I don't have a problem with them going back to the 12 years. If you can read the list that was put out and the description of what they are going to be doing, there was no year specified on that. The president
Certain.
did not give any specific years as to what would be investigated. Okay. Nathaniel McGill, I think it's a show for him because he's against it, but then he wants to come out in a way to bring forth the CDC agenda, trying to tell us that, okay, if you guys are going to do it, go back 12 years. That's basically what he's trying to do. He know he have no say so whether it can happen or not. But the thing is, he wants to give suggestion in a way of bringing CDC agenda forth. But let me tell you something, Nelson. The analogy you guys was giving was good. But let's say, for instance, Ami here owned a home and she sold it to me. And I own that home after Ami. And then I sold it to Josh. But unfortunately for Josh, when
I
he
want it.
moved, well, unfortunately for Josh, when he moved into that home, he found a body in the basement of the home. When the police is investigating, you think they are going to go to Army first, or the previous owner that was in that home that George just removed from in that home?
Good point, Marie.
The thing it makes no sense for CDC. Like, for instance, what they did, unfortunately, to our dear Gloria Mususka. They started the investigation in her home, even though names were given to them. They say it was necessary that they start the investigation in her home because they were the one there with the individual that passed away. I'm not saying they cannot investigate early on our government. That's why if they knew they didn't have the power enough to do it, they should have left the presidency with us.
Marie, in the midst of everything we're saying here, in the midst of everything we're talking about, that other problem was there. That problem was there. That problem remained there. The people who came after that problem was there, they didn't address that problem. Their own problem are on it. And so the people who move on there now, they said, no, let's start cleaning the thing from all the way behind. Then we'll start coming in from small. When we reach to the 6th year of President George Weah, then we leave clearing until we come to the 6th year of President Boakai.
It doesn't make any sense. You don't start investigation that way. If I take over from you, just as they do transitional thing, giving the power, just as they did the money and how funds were allocated, you have to investigate the person you are taking charge from. It doesn't make any sense to go backwards. Okay? CDC can come here and say it's a witch hunt, but you can only be witch hunt when you are a witch. I agree. Let them say it's a witch hunt. We definitely are going to witch hunt the people that stole the Liberian people money.
Let's go to the senator's argument for a while. Let's go into it a little bit. We're gonna move to Ray next, but let's peep into this thing a little bit. The senator takes off by saying that he overwhelmingly support this, which runs contrary to what so many people within his cycle have said about this entire asset recovery thing. Look, so many people in his cycle believe that this asset recovery thing is targeted towards them.
People that are irrelevant.
But then he comes back to say that he wants the government to carry on fairly, professionally, void of witch hunt.
People that are irrelevant.
Get that read up. Is it worth commending?
It's not, because I told you from the beginning of my statement. In order for Nathaniel McGill to tell us how he wants the investigation to go, he had to begin his statement like he welcomed it. However, this and that.
It was just a cover up. It was just
It was a cover up in order for him to get his point across. Okay, CDC is not going to tell the president how to investigate. They had that opportunity. They failed the Liberian people, and the president is going to do it for the Liberian people. And I don't think they have the right to tell us how, when, and where to do it. Honestly speaking,
You know, there was a story growing up. They say they caught Spallo. And say, so they called me and say, we'll kill you. What? How would you do that thing? Which way would you point that you die? He say, don't say we'll put in fire. He say, I beg you, don't put me in fire. Don't put me in fire. He say, okay, but then that water can kill him, man. As soon as pour in the water, he escaped. But to realize here you on this thing.
That's it before you gotta do it. Before you gotta do it. Marie, just the statement she just made just now.
Mm-hmm.
Before
no, they all there like you get love for it, but you get it's going and coming. It's not waiting. Yeah.
So what I was saying, right? Laura Mutu's cat issue, they started investigating her way from in the house.
Inside. No. Prince is bad. Prince.
No lie.
No,
Prince can love, but he can make it.
You can make it. Terrell, let's hear you on this one. Let's hear your take here.
Yeah. First thing first, we're rating positional statement by Nathaniel McGill. Absolutely spot on. But he got love, but he cannot make it. You know what I'm saying? And I totally agree with everything says Marie put out right here. From start to end, everything textbook on point. Look, at the end of the day, we all are privileged with certain opportunity in life, and CDC had that opportunity, and they misuse it. Okay, for lack of a better word. So you cannot come and tell somebody else where to move the goalpost. All right, you just can't do that. George, you're absolutely right. I think part of your failure, and you don't call it a failure, but the fact that you didn't have any interest to address, accountability in government, I think you have forfeited that opportunity. So just go relax. What are you kidding? You kill a chicken in the morning, you kill it in the evening, the chicken still will die. And there's something called recency bias. You know that. That's going to happen. We can't go look for something that happened in 2005 if we have a thing that just happened in the last 6 years. We have those facts. They're right there. So let's start with what we have. If someone will tell you right now to do any sort of riot about that happened in the United States, you're not going to start with the riot that happened in California in 1992. You will start with the recent one that happened right here in Minnesota, George Floyd. That just happened right now. You have all that facts right in front of you. So I don't get it when.
But Ture, something is smelling here, Ture. Even as I listen to you now, something is smelling here. Ture, on the other hand, let's flip this argument the other side. If this thing is fair enough, fair and professional as it is, or as it is being presented, why is there an issue with going back and including the 12 years, or maybe taking 6 years from the 12 years and including it to it? Why are we stuck on the 6 years?
Well, at the end of the day, Nelson, I just made that clear. And if you go back to the executive order, clearly stipulated current and past government officials. Okay? So except now we go back to ask the president, which of course everybody have the right. When you say past government officials, are we saying, 1984 or 1980, whatever? But when we say past government officials, it encompasses everything. We can talk about past government officials.
And you have a point here. You may have a point here. You may have a point here. The president left that open. Now, are you saying here that the CDC is trying to jump the gun when there's an open statement made in the executive order, and they're now trying to interpret it as meaning 6 years when there is absolutely no time frame attached.
No, what CDC is trying to do, Nelson, CDC is trying to dish out a soup that she didn't cook. Okay? That's what CDC is trying to do. All right? You can't come and you say you want to dish out soup that you didn't cook. No, you go chill out. Sit down. Whatever the people got for you, they will share with you. But you can't dish out something that you didn't cook. All right? You have interest. You have no interest to establishing war and economic crime code. Okay? So you don't have any leverage to tell the person who is establishing it. All right? You had the opportunity. Okay? You had
But why not take advice from this man? This person tried doing it, though the person failed. But you can learn from their mistakes, their failures. Yes, we know CDC gave boast about setting up asset recovery thing because Councillor Arthur Johnson had failed in the process of trying to set up that. But there are experiences that they have that the UP can pick up from.
First of all, as Arthur Johnson, the money he allocated, or the money they actually said that they needed to fully fund the asset recovery team, the CDC left government have any interest of making that budget available for them? Absolutely not.
But you heard George. George said
they have no interest
in it. Priorities. Thank you.
Exactly. And the priority was CDC Kimmy as a kid in a candy shop. They wanted to grab until they forgot to actually do why they needed to do before they started to grab. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. That shares your word tonight. I don't know. Anyway, let me reserve all comments for now. And then
when I wear the thing, just know that I'm ready for war. Now I'm about to take it off.
But let's hear from Rudolph. Let me bring Vasco and our brother on, and let's hear from Rudolph. Rudolph, welcome to the show.
Marie and Toure had a great point, right? There is no time being specified on that order. But I mean, let's also face reality.
Yeah.
Mr. Borkai ascendancy to the presidency came as a result of a protest vote. The people were protesting against bad governance, against corruption.
You want to term that as protest? You think that's
yes, Nelson. And here is it.
So they were elected by mistake.
No, protest is not mistake.
No. In a sense,
no. Nelson,
you are just angry. You did something out of anger, and we know. No. I'm coming. You did something out of anger. You know, usually when you're angry, you make some decisions, and then when you really settle, you come out and say,
"No,
that's what I did."
Nelson,
so because if you say protest vote, that's
Nelson,
how they want to interpret it.
Let me interpret what I said, right, Nelson? People protest to change what is being done to something else better.
Yeah.
Right. So and that's why I said it was a protest against bad governance and corruption.
Yeah.
So having a new government in power and having to start this process, is important to solve that issue that was protested about. And the protest was not about since 2005. No, the protest was about the WIA-led government, right? So we are not saying that you cannot go back to 2005, even though you had the power, but you did not do it. We are not saying that we will not do it. No, that's not what we are saying. But you cannot start this process from behind, because now we have people who stole from who stole from us, and they are in our face now, like they are in our eyes.
Yeah.
So why not catch those people and punish them for stealing from us instead of going back to those who probably we don't even know if they even live anywhere around the country anymore. Nelson, it's only smart enough to start this thing from the last 6 years. And with regards to the senator post, Nelson, I would say this. I mean, it was a well-written statement, but I feel like he had no option. One,
he was not pushed to do it. He wasn't pushed to do it. He wasn't pushed to do it.
Nelson, here is it. This man is currently under U.S. sanction, right? Number two, he is currently a senator for the people of Magibi County. Nelson, if you could observe during the campaign time, He did all he could to distance himself from the party and from Mr. Weah. So now he is only trying to come up and be like, okay, I am trying to push this good image that I don't even have for myself. You know, Nelson. I mean, when you are saying that, oh, I am going for medicine, if somebody is stealing from you, right, and you say I am going for medicine, because you have just said it and you haven't done it yet, the person who stole, they will get shut off. Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, go bring it. I am here. Go for it. That's what he is doing. But let's wait and see when this thing starts to work. Let's see if things will not start changing around. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. You know, and this is serious. We're about to move to Francis. Maria, I saw your hand up. You still want to make a point on that quick issue? 20 seconds quickly.
You know, when Toure was talking, I just remember the statement said past and present government. Keep in mind, CDC said that everybody our president brought into the government that all wine in new bottle. So it could also be referring to them. They are also present government, past and present, so they can be affected as well. So CDC shouldn't rush. They shouldn't jump the gun. Let them wait.
Okay.
Because
thank you.
They came with the mindset to eat the Liberian people money. That's why they had no interest in recovering asset and investigating anything. So saying that they didn't know the job, let them watch the old papier do the job for them.
Thank you. And this is serious. Francis, let's hear from you on this, man. Senator Nathaniel McGill. He is saying in the second paragraph of his write-up here that I am fully supportive of the idea that past and current officials, including myself, should be willing to submit ourselves for scrutiny and accountability when we are called upon by the relevant authorities. He goes on to say that he is urging all current and present officials of government to embrace this thing. Look, Francis, is it fair to commend the senator on this write-up? Nobody fools him. He woke up one day, he took his phone, he sat down in a comfortable space, he thought very well, maybe took a glass of wine.
Were you there?
Decided to write. He beautifully designed and penned down everything he wrote here. Is it fair to commend him when a lot of people are trying to demonize this whole asset recovery thing?
Yeah, I will give you a little credit for even trying to whitewash it by saying yeah. But you know what? Let me go back to even the comment George made before. Oh, yeah, give me an example there and stuff. You see, CDC, he talking about the people, the person that the bad person is the person that the people that stole the government money is not the CDC government. First of all, if you have the authority to do something, the power to correct a mistake, and you don't do it, you are equally wicked as the person that committing the crime. And when it comes to governing our country, we always, you that coming in, you have, do you know how many millions of dollars CDC could recoup from the government over 12 years if they are just going through this process? But you know what? They keep me like calling here. But I want to play football because my calling here. That they 50 person on the field, just running all what they play. They don't even know their own position. You put it number 7, you find it the number 3, you find it number 10, you find it all. So CDC came that calling here. No, nothing. They didn't even want to hear about that stuff. They know that the elephant meat example that we always talk about, like brother elephant meat. You can't eat your own, you go. You can't eat your own, you go. That's exactly what they came with. They could care less if that was the last gold or last rubber in our country. So long they had diamonds somewhere that CDC could come and see, they came with that mindset. All of them were broke when they came in. So like calling here all over the place, they didn't care about what happened. They could recoup hundreds of millions of dollars from the last any government, but they choose not to. That's why you heard him crying when President Brocker talked about the audit. He said, oh, we did not audit the past government, so for the sake of peace or whatever the case may be, they shouldn't audit us too. Don't you lie. I always know Papa Rail died, can't hear what's her son. You see, he didn't go after Eddie. He thought Pat Brocker was going to come in here and now forget about him. And he also thought he could have won re-election and be there for 12 years. Then maybe all the criminals in the country was not going to escape. God, the God will serve that small God, because Papa is not running after this term. He's the last bus stop for setting a pace that the late Nelson Mandela did in South Africa. When he came out of prison and he became president, he said, I'm only running for one term. I'm not saying
Vasco, you have to make yourself comfortable. Vasco, please make yourself comfortable. Are you okay, brother? Okay.
I'm not saying South Africa has no corruption. But what Nelson Mandela did, he set the foundation. And that's exactly what President Parker is going to do. And I can tell you, President Parker is going to go down. What judge we are supposed to be? President Parker is going to go down as the greatest president in Liberian history. Just the simple fact that he's going to, when he bring the World Economic Crime Court and the assets recovery, these two things alone going to put him down in history as the greatest president in Liberian history. So I don't care what anybody say, but they're going to sit down there, running around the corner here, and don't know what position they play on the field. They just keep, they want to steal that own money to enrich themselves, and now they're surprised, like, oh, they think real, they think what's all to do, not do it. That ain't now they come to do it. Y'all will feel it. Y'all overnight millionaire there, y'all will feel it. Thank you.
You know, Francis, okay, let me take Toure for 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is my app. I don't want to talk about the people themselves.
Damn, man, Francis.
So am I invisible tonight? I have my hands up before my
in the comment section right now. It's not even funny. But look, you're absolutely right, Francis. Look, the asset recovery thing and war crime code is a tedious work. All right, it really is. Or maybe, or just maybe, when Amara Kone said the past government official or the past government were just lazy. You know what I mean? And they didn't want to really get into
you're saying lazy that's giving them too much credit. Is somebody lazy? Maybe they have the willpower to do something.
Francis, you're interrupting, Francis. Francis, you're
but I don't want to say lazy, because lazy means somebody was capable of doing something, but they just didn't want to do it. That's lazy. They were not lazy. They were incompetent and came with a criminal mindset. So incompetent and criminal mindset. Don't lazy. Lazy means somebody wants to pick up the weight, but they don't have the strength to do it. But if you're incompetent, that means you're capable of doing something, but you just don't know what you're doing. That's what happened with CDC.
Oh wow. No, Francis, you're absolutely right. I did not thought of it that deep, but you're absolutely right. You know, either you don't have what it takes to deliver on it, or you just flat out just neglected the whole process.
So let's say Vasco, let's hear you.
Now you get love for the lab, but you again.
Yeah. Go ahead, Vasco.
Only if you against
you.
It's a prince. It's a prince. Tell me.
No, but Vasco right now, she the moderator, so she
I said Vasco, go ahead. You want to tell her what you had to start to?
Come, Nelson just left the show, and you guys were not even giving chance to talk yet, and y'all cut me off.
She's a moderator. Just listen to her. Don't worry.
Just talk. Nobody
interrupt. Don't be scared, Vasco. Don't be scared. You don't say that.
Okay.
Okay.
First of all, let me say happy International Women's Day to the both of you guys on the show, and I expect that y'all, especially today is International Women's Day, for you guys to come here and say the facts, and say something that at least people will say, oh yes, today the women are speaking. But every one of you here tonight, what I've listened to tonight, I got a strong headache. I think y'all see me say, I got a strong headache right now. Because I'm not even understanding what you guys say. Look, President, we are doing his 6 years at the early stage of his administration. We established the same asset recovery team. I can remember we had Arthur Johnson was one of the persons on that committee with Sheridan Seaforth. And we were about to work. Arthur Johnson was trying to get an international firm to help the government to recover most of the assets during the early 12 years. But it will require a lot of money. But then, your people today, your Amara Kone, and other top people that stole the country money. The first statement that came from there that CDC were about to witch hunt. In fact, they were taking our entire asset recovery team to court. They came out. Go and check it. Maybe you're just talking, but you don't know what happened at that time. They were saying all kinds of things. Oh, CDC want to witch hunt. The president, we want to do this and do that. But then the amount of money that we needed to carry on this process, it was too much. So that's the reason why you saw the CDC government take the contract issue to take all that money. It would take a long time to put that money into the asset or recovery team. So the president looked at it for long and said, no, if we spend all this money to recover certain amount, we don't even know what we're going into will be something that we'll achieve. What we can just do what we can do for the country, for the ordinary people to benefit. Today, you're bashing Nathaniel Mangi. All of you say Nathaniel Mangi that rule. Nathaniel Mangi is telling you that, no, in fact, the CDC been having series of meetings if we don't know. 2 days, we'll have 2 days meetings in row. So if Mangi coming out today to come up and let you guys know that CDC, we are open to the whatsoever order you want to carry on. We are open. But you people that support the rescue team, you are the one that are not open. You are the one that look at the word, say asset recovery. Why ain't the government want money? And we all know during the United Party 12 years, that was the time Liberia got the highest. Do not ever. CDC, how many money went to CDC government? CDC.
So Vasco, I got a question for you. So why you said that the CDC government, according to your brother as well,
I already get my time.
So priorities. You already talked for 2 minutes.
Nobody.
There's a question for you.
You gotta get my time.
Are you listening? I'm giving you a question. Stop fighting.
You gotta let me talk.
Priority. Since you said that the United Party government, you just said that the CDC government was not sure if they were going to succeed. So the money they have, why can't they use it instead of going after something? So now you're saying that the United Party government had the highest money, this, that. So why didn't the CDC government go after it then, if you already know that? You're contradicting yourself, so I just want you to make that clear.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Make it clear.
Yeah, you don't understand what I'm saying. The money that was required to carry on this process, it was not the money that was sitting somewhere. The government had to
just $1.7 million.
Thank you.
Why your brother just said
the government had to generate that money
to collect millions.
And to generate that money, you got civil servants have to take pay. You know, the citizen government were wholly generating revenue to run our government. You guys know that it was the citizen government that make today Liberian people know that your revenue, your taxes you pay, you can see the evidence, and today you're seeing it all over the country. So your Unity Party government for 12 years, Joseph Baka, then government for 12 years, Jeremiah Kun, the Amara Kone, there are so many. If you people are serious, you want to retrieve the asset, you want to do the asset recovery something, that's what the citizens telling you now. We are not against you coming to audit our government. But let's go back to the time, the China Union money, the Ebola money. Let us go back and investigate and see.
So one more question, then you're in.
What happened?
So when the CDC government started, did they go back all the way to Chastity Town? Is that where they started from? Or they started from the Unity Party government?
What you got Chastity Town?
Almost 5 minutes now, though. That's
no. You see,
that's the last question sinking in. Did they start at Chastity Town, or they started where they wanted to start?
Definitely
what?
That way we're taking it back from Chastity Town.
Is that where they started from?
Listen to Arthur Johnson?
Can I ask
all of you? Yeah, y'all ever listen to Arthur Johnson one day?
Thank you, Vasco.
No, you see.
Thank you, Vasco.
No, you see, it's ALC where
why you haven't spoken yet?
Give you 5 minutes.
You're not giving 5 minutes.
Why you hasn't spoken yet?
You keep asking questions. When you guys, the way you're asking a question, when anybody come here to speak, George and myself will interrupt and ask questions.
Oh, you
But
don't
he
like?
hasn't spoken yet. I think
You're
he
not
should
the
go next.
moderator
We
right
will
here. Asking you
interrupt and ask
question. What do
questions.
you
But
mean?
He's the
Vasco,
moderator,
That's
Vasco.
all they do, Vasco. That's all they
Vasco,
do to
George,
interrupt you.
you don't say that now.
Oh,
Amy
and
is
He
the
is the
moderator.
moderator, my man.
You
The
see
same way
now,
how
she
Nelson
muted.
Amy is
can
the
ask, he can
moderator.
ask you
When
too.
Josh is not
When
here,
Nelson
Amy
is
is the
not here.
moderator. And the same way,
what? Go ahead, brother. I thought you wanted me. I'm interacting with you. That's why everybody won. And you taking it to be a bad thing? Oh,
No,
sorry
but
for that. I'm supposed to let you talk for your
no,
2 minutes and cut you off. Go ahead,
Amy,
my brother.
you see
Next
that?
to him.
It's for all they only want to listen to themselves. That all.
No, but you
Let the
muted.
brother
You
go. Let
muted,
the
my man.
brother
You
go, please.
muted.
Brother Makiwu, unmute yourself, please.
He's not muted, but we just can't hear him. I don't know what's going on.
Then you need to log off and log back in or take an earpiece.
Can you
Go
just
ahead, Mr. Wade.
lift up your gadget? It might be that it's pressed down on the speaker.
All right. So, Mary wanted to make a point. Can
Yes.
she go
Oh, yeah, go
before
ahead.
I go in?
My brother Vasco, if you're gonna come on here and try to teach us, don't make ABC analysis or 2-year-old analysis. First of all, you come here and tell us, ah, God, I lost my train of thought. I do best. Wait.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Wade.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed.
All
Gather
right,
your
let's
thoughts.
Your
Gather your
Prince,
thoughts,
let's
Marie, and
go.
come back.
Hold on,
You
let's
see, you see the whole
Go
Go
thing.
ahead, Mr. Wade.
The whole thing about the assets recovery. I mean, I don't know the reason why we're even talking about it, because you know why it's so simple. You had a gamble in your hand, which is for the 6 years. You did not do it. Now I come there to say I want to implement this, and now you're telling me where to start from. How can you come on that way? Then you came out about money. The same money you're talking about, you said, oh, we raise revenue from library resources to pay people. But you understand, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Latin Magay, millions of dollars. Latin Magay working before he started making all the millions of dollars. Where was Senator working before when he started making the millions of dollars? So when we come here on this popular platform to inform the Liberian people, we got to be real to each other. You know, I love what George said. George said, we came into power. What we should have done, we never did it. That's something I must commend you for, George. For real. You were real on that. Asset recovery. You should have gone after Evan Jones Senate. Because you knew your hand would be dirty. You don't want to go after the clothes that are already dirty. I mean, I don't want to even talk about it again. When Babaka has said it, he will start it, and the team that is there, believe you me, with Mr. Coffee, we will go after it. I thank you.
I mean, if
Mr.
Vasco
Wade.
is having dark screen, can you just take him off? Because he cannot be on with the dark screen. But what I was trying
Oh, I
to
can't take him.
But what I was trying to say to him was that I think it's very deceptive, right? For you to come up here and tell us that you guys did not have the money to fund this project. But then we saw Mr. We are in here first 1 year building 49 condominiums. We saw him
Man, don't
breaking
come bring the type of thing here,
we
man.
saw
Come
him
on.
breaking down his non-street house
You want
and
to tell me that government money
rebuilding
you are
it.
using?
Just
That
can you
government money
please
you are
start
using?
extending the show?
If
Let
it
me
was
ask
not
other thing, man.
government
You'll have your
money, why
turn.
he didn't do those things when he was not
Thank you.
president? That's just the simple analysis there, George. So of
All
course,
right, take
yes,
your
it was
20
government
seconds.
money. Thank you.
Maria, John, take your 20 seconds.
No, guys. If you in government and government pay you and use your money to buy your house, that same money they will not take it to use it for asset recovery money. Please,
One
when we
one
come
year
here,
they
let's
pay
talk
you
like let's
every
talk
year.
like
Let the guy
wait, come
finish.
on,
Let the
come
guy
on.
No,
finish.
When
wait,
we
let
come
me
here,
finish.
to speak,
Go ahead, George.
when we come here to talk these things, let's talk so that the thing we say people can learn from them. Because sometimes the things that we say they are outrageous. These people did not have the money to go ahead with the process. Guess what? Government is continuity. Saying we could not do it, but please do it this way so that it can be seen as credible. That's what we're saying. Government is continuity. So when
Thank
they
you,
not
Josh.
do it, you do it. But when you are doing it, we want you to do it holistically. That is our recommendation. I don't know why you're angry.
So,
Thank you.
George, when the government is continuity, does that mean the government that just left has the right to tell the incoming government how to do what they want to do? Is that what you're telling us? Because government is
Okay.
continuity.
So when you leave government, you become a civilian or citizen, right? The citizen got the right to tell the government how things should go. And that's it. Every Liberian, even my baby said, she can tell the government how she wants things to be run in her country because that country, she's a citizen of that country. So it's a recommendation. Is that okay?
Okay.
Is
So
that
that's
okay,
what
sir?
this is, right? Just a recommendation.
Yes. This is
Okay.
not. There's not like another government telling another government. There's the citizen of the country talking to that government. This is how we want you to do it, and you got to
Okay,
listen.
got it.
I
I got
disagree
it.
with that.
Go
I
ahead,
disagree.
Francis. We
Yeah.
can move on to
So quickly, guys. One, I don't know what they're worried
Amy, I
for.
enjoy you now. Enjoy you now. You got how you got to
But
do it. I
let
enjoy
me
you
go,
now.
George.
These
Keep
are
it
Let me
up.
go.
the
You
7
can
minutes
tell
show.
me enjoy later when I'm done.
By me, you. Go
First
ahead.
of all, what they're talking about here is if you didn't see anything, if they can't order you, they will not find it. George is right. If you use only your $5,000 a month, you are making times 12 times 6 years, and your little incentive, maybe you are selling a $2,000 gas slip, they're selling it and collecting your money, who knows? But the houses and the properties and the foreign bank account some of these people have, that money, monthly income times 12 months times 6 years will never get you there. And if you say you took loan to build your houses, you will show that loan document and the bank that gave you that loan, then nobody will take your asset. So nobody should be worried about anything. If you have all the
Thank you,
evidence to
Francis.
show that your $3 million house you built, you collected the money, that's fine. Then what this says there, 2029 new government can go back to maybe the Eddie
Thank you,
Johnson
Francis.
time.
Go ahead, Marie. 20 seconds so we can move to brother.
I lost my train of thought, but thank you, Ruda, for getting my point across. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Vasco came here with a 2 for 5 excuse for CDC to say they never had money. But Josh Weah was able to build condominiums within 6 months of his presidency. Let me tell you something. There's no limitation on when a person can do assets recovery. Okay, you guys never had the money for the first year. What happened to the second year? What happened to the third year? What happened to the 4th, 5th, and 6th year? And you're going to come here and give the Liberian people an excuse and say, oh, CDC never had the money. That's why they didn't recover the assets. So now we want to tell you how to recover the assets. Y'all better stop that thing.
Doing that beg boy, get 20 apartment and turning the middle.
You just got done, brother. Go ahead, brother Toy. After that, you're coming, Pastor. Can you hear me? You're muted.
Fine, you're fine. I'm good.
No.
Brother Toure, Sis Amy, everybody, what's up, man? It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I know during the election time we were busy to elect President Boyka, and thank God that he won the election. Thank God that Liberia is peaceful. But man, look, why everybody jittering when it comes to assets recovery, when it comes to auditing, when it comes to look, like my brother up here, Francis, is that Francis? You said it, bro. If you got a receipt, if you got proof, it's not difficult, man. I think when we keep talking about this stuff here, making it to be the headlines, international countries and other people going to be laughing at us like, you don't need to worry about anything. If you, it just like the IRS, they come to you and say you owe us $10, and you got proof to tell them I don't owe you, I pay my taxes. That's it. That's it. So for me, we President Boyka got a lot of work to do. It's a lot of other things to be more concerned about. So if you didn't do anything wrong, if you got a receipt, I see the other day I see Senator McGill, uh, Senator Youngly Conga, all those people they are turning in their you know how you call the thing? Uh, it's not an assets. Oh, I think that's what it is.
Assets declaration.
There you go. So once you declare your assets, what you have, everybody know what you have. You don't have anything to worry about. You understand what I'm saying? It's simple. So I think there's a distraction for us to get away from the real issue. The real issue is dealing Liberia. Electricity is very, very important. Water, civil servants getting paid, and all of that stuff. We need to talk about it. I mean, our society is a gullible society. Our Liberian people got to know exactly what is going on. But I think we need to discuss war crimes is out there, access recovery is out there, but those issues we just need to discuss about it for a certain length of time, and then we move on to other things. And the president is trying to kill three, four, five birds with one stone. He's trying to do a lot of things. But I think the asset recovery thing is a good thing. It's something that was taken from the country that was not right. They will go get it and they will put it where it's supposed to go. That's what
Thank
they
you.
come to do. If the police over here pull you over and they pull that car over, they send the car to the auction. People come there, they buy it. The cops make money to put back into the economy. So the thing
Thank
is,
you.
that's it.
Thank you, brother. Tori. So, guys, we're gonna move on to the assets. I mean, not assets recovery, but the fire situation. But let me give Vasco. Don't boy, put your finger down. Let me give Vasco 20 seconds. Let he finish. Then move on to the next with the fire. Something. Go ahead, Vasco.
I want to ask a simple question to every one of you guys. Okay? I agree.
Mhm.
We agree now, according to y'all, that during the 6 years of the CDC government, most of the people that working government, they were rogue, they stole. And we CDC will tell you that most of the people that work in the 12-year government too, they were all rogue. Now you guys came back to power, you want to grab all the road then. Okay? So the 12 years rules and the 6-year rules. So where you want to leave the 12-year rules and just come straight to the 6-year rule, would
Let me
that
answer
be
that question. Then we'll move.
Guys, we gotta move on.
Oh, yo,
So,
wait, yo, answer my question.
I know what they don't answer when they get to that next point.
Okay, simple question. You get some rule, 12-year rule and 6-year rule. But you won't leave one group, the other 12, you won't leave the 12-year rule and come with a 6-year rule. Do you think that is fair?
There is no such thing
Vasco,
as
you
fair.
gotta
No, ask the question. We gotta move forward. Let me answer that question so we can move forward.
The 12 go for 12 years. You want to leave them.
Vasco, I heard that question. You can answer it a different way. And the same question, let me answer it. We will come for the 6-year rule. No, it's everybody. The 6-year rule that you're coming from because you're the most recent rule that we can see on track in the Vasco, let me answer your question. Why you like the answer or not? The 6-year rule is the most recent rule that we can still see on tracks. So we can easily catch you to take our market for your head. Vasco, stop. I can't go to 20-year rule.
Use some money account to the
Vasco, let us. Let me bring a person with 12 years and you are 6 years, so they stole more than you. No. You could have been even 2 years.
Oh,
you're on this more than 20 years.
I think we should just go.
All right, let's move on, guys. Come on.
I bet you have to name one instance.
Vasco, can y'all calm down, please?
Somebody stole money.
Vasco, we asked a question, you have to wait. Don't disrupt the show and be going back and forth.
Yeah, but first,
all right, let's watch this video. let's watch this video from the fire or something, and then we'll move on from there.
Another fire again. Y'all be talking about
Pastor, be chill, bro. Let's move this
please.
So there are two fire now. That's a recent fire right here.
Pastor, you want me to meet you?
No
I'm
problem.
getting no more 20 seconds. Because the 20 seconds I gave you, you disrupted the whole to
Sorry,
5
I'm
minutes.
ready for the fire that's here.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Let's watch this video.
Calamity upon all lane. Y'all can listen to prophecy. Yo,
Boaga come with fire. Boaga come with fire.
Can you put these guys on bikes? I'll put them bikes.
Please mute yourself, Vasco.
Let me mute myself.
Go back.
Hello, welcome. This is Spoon TV. We are on 19th Street. This is a building right adjacent the Liberty Party office or campaign office here in Cinco on 19th Street. And you can see the blazing fire. This is the Good News Mission Church. And what I'm told, there are several buildings at the back of this place, and you can see the raging fire. You can see the fire is still on news. So maybe later we will talk to our witnesses. But right now, if the fire service, the Liberia National Fire Service, if you are watching this live, there is an emergency. You have to come on 19th Street, Beach Side, 19th Street, Beach Side. So the residents here are really trying to quench the fire. But
so, this is where we are, guys. This is an ongoing situation. I think we all know what's been happening. And it's very concerning for our country. And I just want us to talk about, what's going on. What do you think? I have a little theory of my own, which I'm going to give later, but I just want to hear your thoughts on this. The whole fight. Just stop laughing. You want to be the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, go
because
ahead.
I want to raise this topic to another level. The thing is that I listened to my sister Amy the other day. Somebody made a comment saying during George Weah time, the current issue was not as bad as it is. And she made a very interesting comment, and I think in our chat room as well. She said the same people that were taking care of LEC, they are the ones still there when George Weah was there. How can you say that George Weah, when George Weah was there, the coin was stable? At least it was stable. But when Boaga is so bad, but the same people still there. Maybe it's the way George Weah trained the police. That's the same way he trained the people at LEC, and when he left, he took his expertise. Fast forward. During George Weah time, everyone here can testify that the fire incident that is happening now is quadruple what used to happen. Can we use that same analogy and say, maybe while during George Weah time, the same LEC were in the houses, did not get burned, but Boaga in the same houses that LEC is in, they are getting burned. Let's think about it. I think we need God's intervention in this one. And I'm not going to speak like a politician. I'm going to speak like a man of God on this one. I think we need the intervention of God in this one because we cannot understand what is happening to our country. Our country has moved from where it used to be, and it's ridiculous. Every day, people are losing either their properties or they are losing their lives.
So, George,
I'm not going to blame this one black guy. But when they say when the wicked rule, the nation suffers. I don't know whether it's because of the leadership of the country or it's something else. But I think we need God's intervention and we need to pray about it because what is happening now, people are losing their lives in on a daily level, on a daily basis, and it's ridiculous. And we cannot find answers. I don't think anyone here can find any answer, neither a spoon talk or anything that we know of. So I think we need God's intervention. I think we need to just open prayer meeting here, then to be talking about fire because guess what? We say the wire, the same wire that was there during George Weah time. People used to be in their houses. These churches used to be there.
Thank you, George.
That the same wire is still there. So
Thank you.
nobody
I
can
think
explain this one. Let's just pray about it.
you made a good point, George, because I'm concerned as well, and I'm starting to think that this is deliberate. This is something. This is maybe someone trying to sabotage, because you're right. It was the same wires that were there in every a dry season. LEC has this problem, no water. But we didn't see all this fire in just 1 month. Waka took over, everywhere burning. And you're right. As much as we need our intervention, the security team need to get their boots on and try to investigate deeply some of these fires as well. And I'm pretty sure something will be behind it. So go ahead, my brothers, Tuberi.
Okay, look, so man, I guess not everything's common sense, but look, at the end of the day, if we just start to talking about depths and stuff like that, at least this one, any rational person can look at it and say, look, it's possible. Like, we in the States here, right? Fire happening all the time. You know what I mean? Like, these things like these happen. So for people to make issue out of this or try to like politicize what is happening, I think it's rather unfortunate. Okay, but let's take it for face value. If you talk about stuff that happened under President George Manuel Weah, do you really want us to go through some of the stuff that happened? Huh? Like all the killings, the ritualistic killings, the sanctions killings. I'm talking about. That I mean, say the American government came about all of these things, right? The three missing boys, the auditors, all of that stuff that happened in the country, huh? All the CDC girls and that dying, I play that. You want us to go through all the list and start talking about these things? Come on, man. Let's try to rationalize things and try to bring sense to the discourse. All right, like the intellectual we are, and not try to politicize every little thing that's happening. So we should start talking about, you know what I'm saying, like the thing that happened, the bear mountain, riot that happened. You know what I mean? Like, is that something new that we can add to some of the calamity that you guys talking about that we need God intervention? How about you guys talk about all of the auditors and everybody that are dying? So we did not need God at that time, but at least some of us are praying God, but we're not politicizing the whole process though.
Thank you,
guys,
Jerry.
we got to be very, very careful as we explain on these things. And I know you guys are energized to try to see this government failing, but in the mighty name of God, this is the government that going
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Brother Francis. What do you think about this whole fire
Yeah, I
thing?
mean, it's terrible, but I don't let any opportunity pass without responding, especially when we want to talk about have a kumbaya moment. I want to bring politics.
I
Let's
trust
go
you.
back to back in October when we talk about fire, right? We're not going to categorize it. What the massive people that died in the tank of fire in Toyota? When I talk about no way to turn it off, right? Well, on this, that's just one major fire. Then 2 or 3 days after that, the people in Redland, chain of stores, caught on fire and burned. People lost thousands of United States dollars worth of businesses and money in Redland, right? Then we're on the same show when the call came, what those people died in their house because they couldn't escape from their house. They all, I think, a family of 5, they all got burned in their house. This cluster fire started happening under George Weah government. I'm not going to go before the election. I'm just talking about something that happened back to back to back. Since that's what they want to see it now, that
And
actually,
the Muslim school.
Exactly. It is alarming that these things are happening. But people want to play politics. So let's go back to George Weah. To the gas tanker, red light and chain store burning down. The people, family die in their house. The school.
For instance, was it happening like back to back, like just every day and every night, every morning, every afternoon, the way we've seen it now? You think that's how?
It's escalated, but Eddie, yes, because think about it, right? It was
President
a
of
few
fire
weeks.
defender. He
Judge,
defending the fire.
please. It was a few weeks before the Toyota fire that family died in their house. After the Toyota tank off issue, 2 days later, the 3 stove and warehouses in Red Light area burned down. You see, it started happening because now Burger is in office, and remember that time in rain season time too, right? On a George reactor was coming to dry season, so it's possible that some of the other fires instead of happening, maybe the rain had to stop to quench it and stuff like that. But now in dry season, so any little matches will blaze. So this cluster fire started happening on a George Weah government, and now over into the Burgers administration. Unfortunately, our people need to be rescued for this fire thing too.
Thank you. George, do you know the rules on the shore about wearing hat?
Yeah.
Because Nelson not here, please don't disrespect me.
No, but
don't make me play my female card. Don't do this.
hey God. Mama, to take out that thing for your head too, man. I had that too.
No, Nelson, I don't think he had a problem with that. Go ahead, Mr. Blaze.
It's okay. It's okay.
Bro, he can wear that. He knows. He knows the rule.
Yeah, I gotta cut my hair anyway. I ain't have a hair. So.
Yours were good. I didn't know.
Go ahead.
No, just have go ahead, Mr. Blaze.
Thank you, Amy. The thing there with the fire scenario, believe in me, it's really concerning. It's really downhearted to every one of us, even overseas, because it was Wednesday, I think Monday, then Wednesday, then yesterday. I don't know what's going on in the country. We really actually need to pray something is going on. Because I think, again, from the onset of the program, I said, this lady had a revelation that everybody got to pull to the door. And that lady, I know that girl from Bone Country, from Banga. Now I think she's an evangelist or prayer warrior or prayer woman, something. So she had a dream, and it would be fire upon fire until everybody started to pour the oil, whether that real oil, what. I'm just trying to reiterate what she said. Right. No, she said, any oil you got. Because she kept asking God, what's the solution? God said, just put oil to the doorpost. So, but the fire incident is getting too crazy. First thing first, no cover in the country. So how the thing just keep going on?
Well, some of these fires, Mr. Boy, some of these fires, sometimes when they come on, is no LEC. Like the one we watched, the little boy die in the house. They said there was no LEC there. So, yeah.
Because there's no LEC, so people use this candle or lantern. So when you leave the candle in that little tray and the candle burn, it's it. So when it starts going on and going around, the fire keep flowing until it touch anything, it's gonna burn. Reality wise speaking, we just have to ask God for me. I don't know what's going on. We just have to pray because it's really terrible. It's really terrible.
Prayer is the key. Definitely. Thank you,
really
Mr.
Terrible.
Let's take the last CDC before you say we're making everybody talk before you. Go ahead, Vasco.
Okay. Thank you. Listening to you guys talking about prophecy, I came here before and I told you there was a prophecy before the election that when Bwaka wins the election.
You were supposed to bring that video of Vasco. Did you send it?
I got a video here. I can send it.
You want me to play? I can play.
No, not you.
Let me talk. I don't want to eat my time. I don't get much time.
Oh, they're pointing that question. All right, go ahead.
This is very serious. Look, I think this is what we should be discussing because people losing property, people are dying. The prophecy was if Waka wins the election, everybody will suffer. The rich, the poor, everybody will suffer in that country. The prophecy didn't say fire.
So how do you equip suffering to fire on few people's homes and stuff?
Look, if you look, imagine how the country is so tough. Imagine you losing your home. Just imagine you lose your home where you live for over 20, 15 years. Tomorrow you wake up, you lost everything. You don't want to equip that to real suffering. That is even multiply the suffering.
The whole country should be on
Okay,
fire.
so
Everybody
when
will
Francis,
suffer.
so Francis, as Francis was naming some fires
Yeah, I'm
before,
coming to it now.
there's some. So how do you? Yeah.
The prophecy said when Baka wins the election, if you make Baka the president of your country, that's what Francis is saying. I don't know what I understanding is saying. The total fire, who won the election? It was Baka.
Those fires are happening before
was Baka president? Has he sworn in at the
when
time?
Baka won the election, when the United Party people went to celebrate up to the party headquarters, that was the first sound when the vehicle ran into the people and killed over how many
people? So
people?
the total that would on that sound. They really burning
For
on that sound.
But
people
Baka
dying
was the
that have on
president
that sound.
already.
Princess.
Baka was give me chairman, man. You are talking, nobody talk.
I just loaded a video to the chat room.
Baka was already elected. The professor said, if you elect this man, these are the things that will happen. And this is what we're going through. Imagine yesterday was fire all road. Right now, fire.
Let me come in a bit. Let me come in a bit. That's cool. Let me come in a bit.
See, you can't talk. When you can see, you will not talk, my man.
Vasco,
please mute Nelson, yeah?
The whole prophecy thing, Vasco, prophecy and spiritual things, man. We gotta be careful with that thing. But we have a brother on the line who has worked in the with the Library of National Fire Service for some years, and he wants to make a quick. We will have a time where we can bring him in.
I thought he was going to come on.
Yeah, but due to some issues, he says it's difficult for him to come on directly now. So he just want to make a quick input, then we can have a time where we can bring him live on the show. But I want to say welcome to the show. Are you there?
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. I'm there.
Okay, so so just tell our audience who you are quickly. Then let's move to the show.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you, Nelson, for bringing me on. And my name is Vincent Cooper. I'm a Liberian, live in Liberia, born in Liberia, live in Liberia, school and everything. I just been to the U.S. like 2 years now, and I work for the Liberia National Fire Service for 12 years. I worked for Omeo Fire Department for 7 years, close to 8 years. And I went to ArcelorMittal and worked with the fire department there before coming to America.
Okay.
And okay, well.
Yeah. So based on the situation now, we're gonna have a time where we can bring you will adequately speak to some of the issues now. But considering the wave of fire outbreaks in the country, it's a good thing that you have an experience working in that area for the number of years and all of that. What do you think are some of the causes of these outbreaks, especially as a firefighter for the number of years? And what are some of the way forward, the solutions beyond just the politics and everything that will be associated with it? From the technical standpoint, what do you think are some of the ways forward?
Okay, so Nelson, thank you for the question. And let me say this, that the fire department is a paramilitary institution. We are not involved with politics. This is why for some of us, you will not see us coming on the public media one day to say we castigating incoming government or outgoing government. We're not taking SAR. Our job is to protect life and property, and we've been there like that. And this has been one of the major problems with the upliftment of fire service. I will come to that another time. But with the question you just asked on the wave of fire outbreak in the country, it's a fault directly from the government. The fire department is responsible for the situation in the country. If I say that, I'm saying it to say that they have a responsibility. The responsibility of the fire department is to make sure that fire outbreak situation in the country is being under control by preventive activities, by preventive means. There is a responsibility of the fire department. We got three kind of function. We do prevention, we do firefighting, and we do investigation. So let me just tell you how it works. If the fire department does a massive fire prevention, right, fire safety awareness, you're going to have a less fire outbreak situation. And the reason that you will still have a fire outbreak situation is because fire causes from different and many different sources. So you will not do a fire prevention 100% to mitigate fire outbreak situation. It's going to, even you can do it 99.9, but there will still be some chances that possibility of fire outbreak. But the massive and the professional fire investigation measures we put in place, it creates a condition for
Nelson, you there? Oh, Jesus.
I think we lost him.
Vasco?
Vasco gone too.
Why I got internet gone?
So I think it's my time to take over.
I didn't talk, but
I know.
Ruda, you can go.
Ruda already went, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, but I mean, I will let the lady go first.
Let Ture go. Let Ture go.
Ladies first here tonight.
Let my man Ture go.
You got him in?
You already went. Oh, you're back? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay, he's back. Let's just have him to conclude, and we can.
So if the fire department goes to fight the fire, and then after that fire outbreak situation, the investigation division of the fire department goes to do investigation on the causes of the fire outbreak.
Okay, so let me just come in from there. Working in the sector for the number of years, most of the fire situations that you guys try to address, what were the of the fire outbreak most times you guys attended to?
If you ask me to be realistic here, I no more work for the Liberia National Fire Service.
Oh, you worked there before, right?
So I'm saying for free that I will get. The fire department does not have that forensic investigation means to determine the actual cause. So majority of the causes of the fire outbreak will be just on investigation and speculation and how they call it, assumption.
Speculation and assumption. No. Let me come in. Speculation and assumption.
Assumption based on the prima facie and the information they're going to get on around the fire outbreak situation. So it's going to be assumption. And majority of it has been that way. And majority of them have
so you guys have been assuming over the years. You are saying that you guys have been assuming over the years when it comes to the actual causes of fire in the country from your observation over the 10 years working with the Liberia National Fire Service. Is that what you're saying?
18 years in the firefighting sector, and I'm telling you, Nelson, for it, I will come online and I will call you. Have an opportunity to let me give that input. I will answer questions. But let me tell you, I'm telling you from my own professional standpoint when it comes to firefighting operations, majority of the fire investigation report you see from Liberia, especially in major buildings, they will tell you electrical fault. And the reason why they will tell you electrical fault, because at the end of the day, you will see that electricity was in that building and some kind of information will come and it will just remain on electrical fault. Whether it's an action means that a fire outbreak, it will still fall down to electrical fault. Whether it was criminally done, whether It was some kind of means the moment the information is not clear.
So you're trying to say all the information that you can, all that whole investigation that you can get at the bottom of, it will always leave on electrical fault because there's always electricity.
Majority of the fire outbreak situation.
But why is it that way? I'm gonna give it over to the panelists now to ask you. But why is it that way? Why is it that you guys that kind of should I say forensic investigation or whatever the way the people do it in other countries, man, to really establish actual cause? Why is it that you guys here in Liberia have not been doing it that way?
So let me tell you the reasons. You know, to go there small, right? Like I said, I got no more fear that somebody will dismiss me, they will fire me and stuff like that. No. And that's what happened with the Liberia National Fire Service. Nobody will say it because they're afraid the bosses will come after them. But I'm telling you, the issue of lack of training, that proper training in the Liberia National Fire Service has led to this situation. On so many occasions, Liberia National Fire Service have had opportunities to send people for professional investigation training, professional firefighting training, and the hierarchy deny them. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Next thing, in this going appointment, I made series of recommendations to a lot of people with people who I know have the technical ability to lead the fire department and make the impact of the Liberia National Fire Service reflect on the people of the country. But only one person took me serious, and the person really wanted to make that recommendation. But at the end of the day, the president had already announced somebody.
Wow.
So they could not go after it. Yes, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Let me give the floor over to the guys. You guys have any question to ask our brother on the line quickly?
Yes, Nelson, I have a question.
Okay, Prince, let's take you. So sorry to interrupt Ami. Ami is our moderator now. I'm just trying to chip in from behind the dark windows here. Go ahead, Prince. Let's hear you quickly.
My brother, thank you for your expertise and for your service to the Liberian National Fire Service. But now, the recommendation then that you made to the president or to whosoever that, I know not to the president, but somebody close to the president, right?
Yeah, not to
There's
the president.
any way you can try to, give information more subsequent to how we can more the help team that is there right now, because the fire outbreaking Liberia is so crazy.
You asking if I can say me recommendation or what? I never got
Yes,
the question.
yes. That's what I'm saying. For example, you say, I'm recommending Brother Jim Brown.
Okay, so let me say this a little bit. I wanted to have the time to come on the show so I can say some changes. But Honorable Darius Dillon has been one of my most admired representatives.
Senator.
Right? I follow him, know him personally. I sent somebody because I kept sending message to him. He did not respond. I personally sent somebody to him. The response from there was not favorable. And the recommendation that Honorable Dillon made for the Deputy Director of Administration position at Liberia National Fire Service is one of those reasons why the situation Liberia is being faced with.
So that means it's wrong. It's wrong, right?
Yeah. Huh?
So it means that it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. I don't want to keep calling people names. I want to have that time when I come because
Yeah, Nelson, can we just schedule him to come on?
But I'm telling you, Nelson, the fire safety issues in our country will not change. My brother, let's just pray. I'm currently in the United States. I worried. I'm building my houses back home. My country I love it so much. I want to go back home a few times from now. And I'm thinking, I'm doing my projects back home, and I'm thinking about those situations that are happening. But I know what to do. Personally, for my own. Let me be frank and tell you, It's so frustrating to see somebody struggle, any the little they have to put something down in no time.
Everything goes away. But
gone.
Vincent, we're gonna bring you on the show. We're gonna bring you on the show, and uh we will have you to go into the details of all of these issues. I thought that is very important. Someone like you who have been in the service for over a decade, it's just very important to have you to come on and talk about the reality there at the Liberian National Fire Service, or what is unfolding in the sector. But we appreciate you, Vincent. Thanks a whole lot. It's been a great few
So
minutes.
before I can go off, and let me just say small. I know they will hear it, that they will try to reach out to me, and I will answer them so we can have this conversation. With the announcement that the president just made for the current director, trust me, I got nothing personal against the director. He's somebody who knows me personally. I know him personally. I worked there when he was director. But it hurt me so much to see that you take him and send him back. Holding to the fact that he served, I think, 7-8 years. He served that institution as director before leaving when George Weah took over as president. Nothing happens. When the opportunity institutions to get restructured and get better, nothing happens under a regime. To the extent that there will be fire outbreak situation in the country, and then the fire truck will not go to fight fire because of the lack of fuel oil in the fire truck. I mean, it's worried about it.
Thank you.
I want to have a time to come while I'm sitting and they see my face there. When it comes to the National Fire Service, only those new guys that came in the institution when George Weah took over as president, who don't know me. But
thank you.
The current director, the past director, all of the hierarchies at the level of the Liberian National Fire Service.
Vincent, we're gonna have you.
Vincent, what the current director name? What is the name of the current director, please?
Westwa Bafo.
Bafo?
Yeah.
Is that the individual that Mommy said was a high schooler? I'm sorry, I thought I heard something.
That's the deputy.
That's the one that how you call him?
The guy who was is Emmanuel Fa. He's the deputy director for administration. This is the problem. Though the Liberian National Fire Service is an institution.
Thank you.
And our government see the Liberian National Fire Service as somewhere where when they don't have anywhere to put somebody that pushing them, they just send them there.
This is a very sensitive issue, very important for our country.
That's true.
Vincent, trust me, we're gonna have you. We're gonna have you on the show. We are seriously out of time and we're trying to wrap up, but we're gonna have you on the show early next week. You are going to be part of the first batch of guests that will host on the show for next week.
All right.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much for talking to us, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Nelson.
Okay.
And thanks for all the
Okay.
Vincent, can we get a number from Nelson?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna call me anytime.
Okay, thank you.
Amy, you can take over, Amy.
Wow, what a bombshell. Predicting and guessing a cause of fire. Okay, so now we know LEC is not the cause. So go ahead, Vasco, finish your thoughts so we're talking.
No, it was not Vasco, it was Marie.
It was Marie, yeah?
Aruda talking.
Yeah, okay, I will go.
Okay.
Are we doing our closing now or what?
Yeah, let me do my closing.
I will just
Nelson, just leave her alone. Just leave her alone. Be on your side and leave her alone.
So
let me
We're
do my
not
closing.
giving our closing. We haven't given our thoughts on the fire issue.
got three more.
Okay, yeah.
Three more
Can I do my closing and leave? I'm about to go somewhere quick.
Go ahead. Prayer, Ben.
I know y'all try to.
You got 1 minute.
Put me off track, but this is the reality. What is happening in Liberia right now? It have never ever happened before when it comes to this issue of this fire. Why is this happening?
Okay.
Because the pressing that you guys put on us, on the Liberian people, the leader, the Bauer said it. When the wicked rule, What happened? The people perish. These things are in the Bible. We don't know some of the things that Baka did.
No,
Because
no,
Baka did in the past.
No.
He
Just
danced with the
listen.
devil.
Baka
He danced with the devil. He danced with the devil.
Wait.
Baka told her that he got to
My man, my
teach
man, my man, my man, my
So-
man, my man, my man, my man.
Y'all
Let's try
leave.
to give this show some
guys,
sanity. Please.
guys,
What sanity?
No, please.
no,
please, man.
guys. Let's
keep-
do this.
You keep dealing, you keep invoking the Bible in this thing all of the time. Forget about that.
Guys,
Your
guys,
man was there for 6 years. We saw
But what I said, the
children.
Bible
My
said
man, if you want us to quote the Quran, just give us the verse in Quran that says it. We quote the Quran too.
No,
We quote the
but
Quran.
guys, let's do
This
this.
not happened
No, guys,
yesterday, not happened before.
Josh, and Vasco, let's do this, guys. Vasco.
Yeah.
The issue here, let's. I mean, people are dying. There's nothing to
No time for
politicize
politics.
for this thing or religious I know religious size or whatever whatever
They're
about this
going
thing,
this.
they are doing this, So let's be patriotic about these discussions. Vasco, that prophecy you keep talking about, that prophecy don't get no evidence on that prophecy, Vasco.
Prophecy can get evidence to you.
Prophecy don't get evidence.
Evidence we eat now. Evidence we eat now. Evidence we eat.
When the
Now the evidence eat. Must be beyond the door talking tabata.
No. Secondly, Vasco, which power voice you quoting? You want
Nothing,
to
we're
give
running out of
scripture?
time. Please,
Nelson, you can't make anything alone.
I know.
No, guys, just hold a bit. Vasco, what is scripture reference for that power voice, Coach Jenna?
No, Nelson, no, listen.
You know it.
No, listen. If you want me to bring that Bible verse, or I had to bring my Bible and open it. I'm not a pastor. I don't know all the verses in the Bible. Then I can go bring the Bible right now on the show and go straight to that verse.
This is interesting.
You know it, but you will go straight to it. The way you will find it,
the Bible said with the wicked rules, the people perish.
You know it, but you will go straight to it when you
Proverbs 29. Proverbs 29. Proverbs 29.
Vasco. Okay,
the pastor
guys.
Here, y'all forget it. The pastor here, Proverbs 29. Go read it.
We move on, please.
Some folks will have to make their input. I mean, I want us to take few calls once the guys are
done. Is not done yet, Nelson.
And do our closing, please.
Yeah,
Nelson, I beg to leave you guys. Gentlemen, let's pray for our country. Thank you guys.
Let the other three people finish that something first.
Okay.
Go ahead, Marie.
Let me just get 20 second injection.
No, Josh. The other people gotta go on. They gotta talk. Go ahead, Marie.
Wow.
Look, Nelson, let me tell you something. I'm not even going to be going there with Vasco and Josh when it comes to the Bible on this platform. Because one thing the Bible says that God doesn't forgive is taking another human being's life and blasphemy. And now your la prophet and you can be bringing to all year, be telling all they said this and said that. I watched your video, the entire video. That was pure opinion that prophet was giving. He said the Liberian people will suffer because Joseph Braga have nothing to offer the Liberian people, and so that they shouldn't vote for him because George Weah is the only person that have something to offer for the Liberian people. If not, he said if not, the Liberian people will even eat him or be and all. You listen to such a man. You come here and can't quote his prophecy for us. You come here and can't quote his prophecy. You put it on our president and say, you don't know what he did. Do you know how many people died during the George Weah regime that was attached to them in ways that people couldn't even believe, and they still kept lying? Look, the current issue is a problem in Liberia. We all understand that. And it's sad to see what our people are going through. And I agree with the brother that just got offline. Prevention and education is such an important thing that people just put aside. They think it's not important. is very important. Had the Liberian people been educated when it comes to, because we might say, oh, it's not LEC, but LEC have his own a partial play to play in it. Like people buying the wires that's not suitable for the current that they're receiving. So it had them gotten the Liberian people education for that. Then they gave them education that, when you are lighting candle, they have ways to secure the candles and stuff in ways that when they fall or you fall asleep, because we are all human, and you won't affect you and your family, and your safety will be secure, as well as educating people towards detecting fire and other situations that might help, that when fire comes, their safety will come first. You ask one person right now, they won't tell you the 6 steps towards prevent fire safety. They won't tell you. But y'all come here, y'all want to politicize everything. Y'all say y'all want to pray. Y'all pray for the CDC like you losing their headquarters. Y'all pray for your SG living to your headquarters right now. Y'all pray
Thank
for
you, Marie.
Y'all pray for CDC.
Thank you, Marie.
Y'all pray for Labrador.
So that's what brother toy. Run.
No, it's my turn.
No,
I
you
guess
said
my
you want to
turn.
be last. So go ahead. Yeah, you. That's what I'm going. We don't want to be last. So let
Okay,
him go last.
look, I'm just sitting here writing some notes, and my sister
Marie.
Mary said it. Look, we are in the 21st century, okay? We're not in the Stone Age days anymore. And the brother from the fire department, he said it. It's a lack of resources. And I think the boycott government is somebody is watching this show tonight. Somebody is seeing and hearing everything. They're going to do the necessary work to create the resources that people will be educated on fire safety. It's very, very important. Fire, I'm not a fireman in this country. My work, is in a different aspect. But guess what? When you come at home, do you leave your iron on? Do you leave electronic appliances on and stuff like that? So it's awareness, even when you go to work. You understand what I'm saying? So I think the government, this boycott government, will try to put in resources that that people will have the necessary education on fire prevention. It don't have anything to do with politics, man. No, we all are living in this country. If somebody's house get burned down, do they go blame Joe Biden? No. They come and do the investigation. If you did not take the necessary precaution, they will let you know. We need to stop in this 21st century as young Liberians trying to blame everything on the government. There is an entity that take care of fires, and it's the Liberia Fire Department. So the resources need to be provided to that department to go give the people education every year or every other month. I live in Georgia. I live in Gwinnett County. You see the firemen, they come, they go to schools, they go to other places. And I think this government, the Boycott government, they're going to do that. They're going to have people that will go to schools. They're going to have the education. They're going to have everything. This is not about some witchcraft. This is not about some, politician or anything like that. It just people are making mistakes. Like my sister said, somebody go to bed at night, they leave their candle on, and guess what? Something get burned. It's that simple.
Thank you,
So
Mr.
we
Toy.
need to start, politicalizing everything, and is awareness, resources. That's
Thank
what
you.
it's lacking. Fire
Thank
is
you.
universal.
All right, thank you. Guys, can you jot your points down? You heard us, we're running out of time. We got 2 more persons to do that. Go ahead, Rudolph. So, Rudolph, you think because in my state here, Texas, we normally don't get wildfire. It starts from California and stuff. That's what we seen it, but right now, certain places in Texas is burning. So you think global warming has anything to do with that as well, the fire thing? Do you think?
But yes, so much so. But also the main thing is if you're asking me, then I hope you were giving time to make my statement, right?
That's your time. That's your time. Go
Okay,
ahead.
but then you know what? I answering your question.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, you
He's
know,
so biased.
the issue of fire, I would say, is not unique to just Liberia. Fire happens everywhere around I mean, it happens everywhere around the world, and also it's not just unique to this government. During Charles Taylor time, there were fire, people died. During Madame Salif time, there were fire, people died, and now it's happening. But one may argue that it's happening. At a higher scale too fast, right? And you know, it will be a bit too insensitive to come out here and try to play politics with this thing. It's not about politics, guys. And for these guys who are bringing prophecy, there are lots of prophecy too that told us that when Boyka wins, Liberia will be. That Liberia is going to prosper forever. So we can
Exactly.
also bring that to the table. But let's start bringing the Bible in this thing. Let's start bringing politics in. Also, I would just say this real quick. Moving forward, I will not allow Marie to talk before me again. I will not give her my time because Marie manages to somehow get into my head and take away my point. Because
That's
the
what
the
Sandy
point
does. I mean,
because the point that I was about to
That's
make
what Cindy does to me.
was about fire awareness. We don't do these things. But then we will come out here and say, "Oh, it's the government." No. I think it's important for us to focus on the root causes of this fire. And how can we do this? We need to have trained personnel in there. Like the guy who just came on this show said, there are times where people are given chances to travel out, but it's being blocked by their bosses. We need to
Hmm.
weed those we need to weed out those bad apples.
Thank you for
We
that.
need to provide more training to people in their homes on how well we can prevent this. Because prevention is better than cure. So if we can
Absolutely.
prevent this, we will not be having these kind of issues every time. Thank you. And
Thank you.
to your question, I can answer
Hey,
it.
you see, you and say thank you. I don't need. Oh, my brother, I can see your name though.
Boy, you.
Oh
You can
boy,
hear me?
okay. So
You can
brother
hear me now?
boy, yeah, I can. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. Man, I've been trying hard to come on tonight. My
I
team manager,
know.
But I just want to say thank you to you guys and thank you to Nelson for bringing
No
me on.
problem.
This is my first time here today, and I would love to be here almost every day if I have the time to. And I really appreciate you guys being on here every day discussing those issues that we face as a country, which is very unique. Well, to the fire thing, and one of the things I wanted to actually contribute to that what I work around quoting, but it's been gone. We'll talk about it a little maybe tomorrow, the day after. But the fire team, we as Liberian or as a country, we never one day try to look at the root cause of things. And that's very important in solving any problem. You always have to find the root cause of what causes this problem for it to be going in the way it's going Liberia right now. Number one, Liberia is a country, that nothing in order there. The way in which we even build our community, even if the fire service were available, some of those houses you cannot get there. So the fire truck will probably be parking right in front of somebody's house while the house back there burning because you can't get there. There's no avenue to get there. There's no way. And some of those houses just blocked together. So it's not even the way to build a country for fire safety when it comes to all those things. Number two, those educations got to be going across everybody. Like for example, the LDC need to train their people how to connect those wires. Even those who, the fire or the current theft people need to be taught how well if you take it current from somebody's house to carry to your house, how well to connect those wires, how you run those wires, what kind of wire you need. All those things are education that need to be taught. Number three, the fire service people that the brother was saying, those people need to be trained to always find the root cause of what causes fire to first of all bring those people house down houses around the area. So if we cannot address those issues properly, we'll continue to speak this English, we'll continue to say this thing we're saying, even trying to bring the Bible, trying to bring those spiritual things and all that. But it's not the root cause of our problem. Our problem started way back then, and we're not trying to address the root cause of it, and we keep going with it. We need to train our people well to deal with issues as such. We need to be the girl was saying fire awareness all across the country, especially in the congested place in Monrovia and its environs. These are very important things that we got to be looking at. But if we cannot address those issues, we got a long way to go. And let's stop
Thank
putting
you.
blaming our leaders all over the place. And and let's talk to them in a way that they will understand and try to train people to do those things right. Not always blaming each other here and there. Oh, the
But
president. You get
brother
political
Boy,
everything.
you just heard what the guy that worked with the fire service said, that whenever they give people recommendation like on what to do, these leaders don't take their, boys seriously or anything. Do you think that could be a problem too? Because if someone working in the department and they're telling you, I mean, this is supposed to be done and that, and you're not listening to them because you think you're the big boy, you think that's an issue as well in our country?
Yeah, this is a serious allegation that that he point that he raising. So it's some we hear such thing as a leader, or when our people, the people we empower, hear those kind of coming for 12 years. These are things you take and put it under your belt and go and start, start some kind of investigation, towards the kind of thing and get to clearly understand whether or not the thing actually happening, that the people denying people who's supposed to be going out there learning things to come save our country, those kind of
Mhm.
opportunity. If it's such
Right.
thing is actually happening, because it's allegation, we can just jump to conclusion. What you're saying, whether it's true or not, we don't know. We're not in the seventh. He there, so he probably talking true too. So we don't know all that fact yet. But it's something that we can start investigation into that and find out if it's true. Get rid of those kind of people. They're not leader, you know. And we go on
Thank
trying to
you.
do the best we can to do to correct those kind of mistakes or other kind of evil things, because it's very evil if we still on that kind of opportunity.
Okay. Thank you. So guys, are we gonna do the closing or will,
Yeah.
because he said so, the point you gotta make, just make it and then just close from there. Nelson, are you there? Come on, let's have some party. Go ahead.
Oh, you get my
Make
film
it.
now? Make it one. Okay,
Can I
well,
go
I'm
now?
my point. Am I
We're
closing?
closing now.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
Okay, look,
I just gotta close.
Okay,
so
so you want to close,
yeah,
brother Bobby?
let me close.
Let me just listen.
Prince,
Let me
let
go
bro
ahead.
Prince
I'll
go.
close. Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead. First.
You
All
Okay,
right,
want
go
to
ahead,
start
Mr.
so
from me and go
Yeah,
like
let's just
that?
go in the queue instead of.
You want to
all
go
right,
in the
so
queue and start from me?
Not today. Everybody want to go in the queue now. Everybody want to go home.
After
Okay,
midnight.
go
Yeah.
go ahead,
No, me, I'm
Marie.
here. I don't want to go.
Okay,
Uh,
go ahead, Mister.
I mean, it was a good show, great
Mm-hmm.
one. We'll keep praying for our country, Liberia. But indeed, as to what uh Brother Benson said, that's a normal scenario that is happening in Liberians all what Liberia. As long I'm the boss and Francis work under me, and this opportunity came for Francis to go, I prefer either taking my cousin to go before Francis. That's it. It happened to me. The first I had the first opportunity to come to the US for some conference, the minister looked at me and said, Prince, you ain't going nowhere. I'm like, why? He said, I said, you're not going. That's all. So that's something, especially the fire department, they protect fire service to get me nothing in Liberia. A reality. And that's something that we got to very keenly look at. Since we talk about the cameraman from Dow Didon, who is administrative, the deputy, we ain't hearing nothing. Something we need to talk about. We're not hearing nothing about that. He got no expertise in that area. He got no connection. He got no idea on it. You saying there as deputy administrator or deputy minister for administration. That's
Thank you,
crazy.
Mister Prince.
Good night to you guys. We pray. Let us keep praying for the fire outbreak to just disappear from Liberia. I'll see you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Rudolph, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, to your question, yes. I mean, so much so. So, I mean, there is even a UN report that says that uh, heat and dryness could lead to a 50% rise in off the chart fires. So yes, just with that, and looking at our country Liberia, which is, I mean, normally a tropical country during the drought season, it gets really hot. So adding the effect of global warming as well. I mean, yeah, so we can even add that to the problems, right? But I mean, to conclude, what I'm going to say is that we have a problem. Yes, we do, and but what we are hopeful about is that we have a leader who listens. We have a leader who knows how to solve problems. We have seen it, and we believe that he will do it again. And once more, I will say here that thus far he has proven to be Liberia's strongest president, even though he is the oldest. Thank you.
Thank you, Rula. Mr. Toy.
I just want to tell everybody thank you that we has a great. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We discussed fires. I think we were talking about global warming. Liberia is not an exception, and I think my advice, to the people in the fire department, try to give daily reports. It's like I seen a video where they were cutting off a fire, but we don't know what was the cause of that fire, and it boils back down to lack of resources. So whenever a fire incident happen, I think the fire department should come and give a report on, you know, do an investigation and come back to the public and give a report and give awareness on those incidents, and people will be able to do better. But fires happen, and we don't know the root cause. We don't know what happened. All we hear, a tanker blew up, but a tanker just don't blow up like that, or a fire just don't start like that. What started the fire, we never get to know. So I think this government, like I said, somebody is watching, and they're gonna do, like due diligence to have people coming overseas to train. I remember I grew up on Dupo Road just before I go. I grew up on Dupo Road, and we were growing up as kids. We felt safe. I never remember when we have fires. We used to watch TV shows where they used to have, they were singing songs, about fire prevention. They were singing all of those things. We grew up with that when we were growing up in Liberia. And I think those things should come back. That you have awareness, that you go to schools, people should talk, that you have TV shows about those things, for our kids to be able to learn those things, about that,
Thank
you know.
you.
So God bless Liberia, God bless President Boyka, and
Amen.
you know, thank you
Yeah.
everybody, and have a
Thank
good night.
you. Good night. I think everybody just clicking off. You sure we're supposed to leave
I know,
together?
right?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Everybody should. Everybody like, close.
Yeah, for me, guys, things I was kind of surprised because I just got home from New York when I came on the show. I heard you guys when I was putting in talking about what's on your mind. But I want to pick up my cousin who just came from Liberia. So funny thing is, well, on our way back, I got off the turnpike twice because I missed my exit, right? And the turnpike. Once you get off the turnpike, you get back on, you gotta pay. So I missed so I pretty much paid maybe 3 times coming from New York up the Arizona bridge area there, and I just sat to myself and started thinking. Even though I was off the turnpike for on tour maybe 3 to 5 minutes before getting off and getting back, so I know it's probably like $1 right there and stuff like that. But that's $2 I pretty much paid just to miss my exit twice over there. And I just imagine the thousands of cars that drive on the turnpike. And our country, especially if President Barack want to root out corruption, also bring development, the easier way to maintain our roads, these good roads that they are talking about building and constructing and stuff like that, is to put toll booths on these roads. And if you don't trust people, put CCTV in a toll booth and watch the people that are collecting the money so they don't pocket the money.
But I think they should implement the toll booth system in our country so that way the roads can maintain itself. Because we can collect over 500,000 Liberian dollars a day off of if you just put toll booth between the old bridge and the new bridge going towards Vartan area there for Waterside Market Bridge and the Providence Island Bridge. You put toll booth right there. Everybody going in town or going to Waterside Market or coming will pay. We can generate millions of dollars every year from toll booth. Because imagine transportation people that go back and forth more than 10 times. So let them try to do that thing. The booth will maintain the road, so you don't have to keep looking for money to maintain the road after you build them. So please, President Barga, your transportation minister, or whoever should think about it.
So tap that up, for instance, you don't really have to have people in some toll booths. You have the little bucket looking kind of thing over there that you can just put the money in there. So if you don't trust people for now, you can also do that as well.
No, but that's true too. But you have to get technology to read Liberian dollars and read US dollars and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But however way, you're right. We can implement a system and the booth will maintain the road. If they don't steal the money, all the potholes will be fixed. There should be no pothole on Vartan Road. Once we put that, or even Buchanan Highway or Sano Highway, Maryland Highway, all these places. They should bring that in. And that job creation too.
That's
so
very
you can
important.
put people there. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. But Cabinet Toure.
All right. So what a exhilarating conversation tonight. Look, first thing first, right? Let's look at it this way. If somebody would have told you that it would take almost 80-year-old man to do stuff that a man that previously had that position didn't have interest to do with all of the energy and everything, right? And people are saying, oh, the man moving too fast.
We want to go home with a kumbaya moment here, okay?
Don't burn it. Closing now. I'm closing.
Don't burn it out there. Brother George, come after you. Okay.
So when the man told you 2017 that he was a race car parking, then you're surprised. You unveil the race car, the man put it on track. Then the man moving fast, they say the man moving fast. My goodness. What are you going to do? Right? So at the end of the day, Liberian, we need to really, really come down to say, what exactly do we want? Do we want the old status quo, or we want somebody that want to move the goal
Absolutely not.
for new dawn? Okay? So I would say, let's support this government. I may have certain reservations as to how some of the stuff are happening, but nevertheless, the good outweigh the bad as of now, and I'm not seeing any negative that can really, really outshine the good that the people have done so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for your continuous support to the late night platform. On behalf of myself and the rest of our dedicated panelists and our host, Nessin Colette, and our viewers that religiously come to watch us every night, we want to say thank you very much. Thank you.
Brother George Wheeler, let's hear you, brother.
Thank you, my brother Toure. Thank you, my brother. Look, I think we are all complaining that the 80-year-old man is moving very.
I said I'm a girl. I thought you were calling me Toure.
No. I'm talking to Toure. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Well,
dancing baby girl. When I was born,
my head is very straight.
I think when I was born in the hospital, George, they told my mama, you had a bouncing baby girl.
Oh, baby girl can bounce? I thought that only boy can bounce. Anyway, let's move on from there.
Go ahead.
The boss, okay. Well, now you're down and see what you bounce. We'll see. The thing is, the thing is, we want to thank God for our nation, and there's nothing that enthuses me to come here every day than to see a nation that is going to prosper, a nation that is going to see its people living in joy. And that's why I'm going to read the scripture tonight as my closing. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked betteth rule, the people mourn. Listen to that mourn. Mourn is when your property is burned and you mourn. When people die and you mourn. That's the thing. That's why it's talking about. So I put emphasis on our mourn so that we can know that the Bible is very clear about it. And I just disagree with all of the guys who say we'll move Bible out of the thing here. Bible is the cornerstone of our lives. This is the resource that we live in Liberia. Like people will say, Liberia was built on Christian principle. We cannot come here and say, no, let's leave the Bible out of the thing here. Let's do it our way. Let's see how we can face the fire. We should not include God into it. I just want to rebuke you, whatever you are, whoever said that you
In
need to
Jesus'
come to
name.
your senses and know that God is the cornerstone of our lives and God is the one that directs
Yes.
us. Whatever,
Thank you, Josh.
the way you call God, but we know that God is one. And we want to make sure that we include God into this every time and every day of our lives. And before
Amen.
God,
Thank
everything was made, and without Him, nothing was made. So even the fire was made by God. So we want to include Him, we want to evoke His presence in our nation so that things can return to normal, because people are dying, people are crying, people are mourning. Thank you. God bless you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, George. I hope we'll practice a lot of Bible voices and not just for that one. Okay. Go ahead, Marie. Where did he go?
I'm in shock, sir. I don't even know what to say. Josh, you
Right
guys,
here, I'm just trying to get some water to drink. But go ahead.
may God forgive you. May God
Amen.
forgive you for everything you
Amen.
just said, Josh. You know, one thing Josh then need to understand, the way your mindset works, that's not how God works. First of all, if God did not want Joseph Barker to be president, he wouldn't have won the presidency.
Hallelujah. You better
Compared
talk.
to your president that
Wrong, wrong,
let,
wrong.
let me talk. You tell your own, let me tell my own. Compared to your prophecy,
No, but the
your
pastor cannot be here, then you mislead
George,
people in the scripture. The pastor
George,
cannot be here, you mislead
you can
people.
be interrupting the girl. She never
using
interrupted.
the
Okay.
young generation, misleading them to sing song and say, Joe, we are the heaven sin. God can never leave his own. He was never heaven sin. That's why he didn't win the election. He had love for the money, but he not make it. Because our money did not belong to him. Let me tell you something. There needs to be an education in Liberia about fire. And we think, it's funny. Many Liberians right now cannot even identify what a hazard is. So you will see they will have hazards all around their homes without knowing those things cannot be at the location that they are because it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Education for the Liberian people right now is something that's important. And I think when it comes to the firefighters too, I don't know how firefighters are recruited in Liberia or how they're trained, but I hope and pray people are not just recruiting somebody that say, oh, I'm a man, I can claim under bidding. Because that's not what it is to be a firefighter. That's not what it takes to be a firefighter. If people are not getting educated and passing the tests that they need to take in order to sit and be a firefighter, they should not be a firefighter. They should not be considered or be wearing the firefighter's uniform in Liberia. I believe that many parents out there that their kids have love for firefighting and stuff. Even me that here, if I had a brother back home, he said the government says they ain't paying. They want us to be the one to sponsor ourselves, certain amount to go and be a firefighter. People will do it because it's a career. Firefighting is a career. So the Liberian people needs to be educated when it comes to hazards and everything around them. And this thing could also be a factor towards the global warming, climate change that's going on. Liberia
Thank you,
is
Marie.
more than usual, like it
Mm-hmm.
is this year. Our president suffered the heat exhaustion, and it's not only there. In Nigeria right now, you got people making funny video, wetting their bed and laying down inside. Everywhere is hot in America. In Liberia, if America that have so much coal can be going through climate change, what to talk of Africa that was made within that atmosphere and that
Thank you,
temperature
Marie.
living. And then when it comes to the asset or recovery, we will recover our asset however we deem necessary. CDC,
Thank you.
how, when, where we will start from. We like it, we want start from anywhere, we'll start from anywhere and get our assets back because it's
Thank
the
you.
Liberian people money. Thank you.
Brother Boy, you want to take us home?
Yep, thank you, thank you. Uh, well, you guys have said all tonight, but one of the key things I wanted to go back to, I'll go back to it right now. My closing is the economic crime code that coming to Liberia. You know, Joe Braga, we some of our campaign and encourage people because I don't live in Liberia. Encourage people to vote for Joe Braga for a reason. You know, when George Weah led government came to power, there were too many things George Weah needed to do. Someone once said Eddie Johnson said his government was the most corrupt government in the history of Liberia. And when George Weah was coming to power, some of us, I didn't support George Weah, you know. So, but people that supported him, we wanted George Weah to establish something that never been done in Liberia before as a young man. Because this thing been going on from ages to ages, from generation to generation. But George Weah being our big brother and in our age ring and that we can relate to, you were supposed to start something that Liberian never seen before. But when they got there, I guess the gravy was just too juicy. My man, everything we ever talk about, put in my morning Bible, put that thing behind me. Let's do this. And they just they went straight to the cookie jar and start getting their own out. And today we say singing the same song. Now, we Liberians put our trust in Joe Braga and the Unity Party, being that he been in government for 40 years. We trusted him with some responsibility to come to this life and do what George Weah could not do for the young generation. So now Joe Braga trying to take seat, appointing people and trying to start some things that we really want. Number one, to start holding people accountable for our country. The Bible says if crime not punished quickly, people think that it's okay to carry on crime. So we have to now, since they've been doing it all these years and nobody to hold people responsible, if Joe Braga actually want to do that, nobody to tell him where to start from. That does necessarily mean that other people who are not starting with, they are free to go. No, it didn't say that. Nothing on that paper say Eddie Jones said people will be free to walk away. But at least where we can lay our hand or where we can start, the point is right there. The thing is glittering. That just the iron is still hot. Don't knock it from there and we don't start holding the bush and the road will hold the bush. Let's start holding the road right up and the road will hold the bush. And let's start doing that. When we started, people like you're talking about, even some of the senators today that were in alien government that stole all those money from Liberia. What do you think they can come to prove themselves to or to justify what they did? Their property are staying in Liberia. Man, at the start of they were speaker in the alien government. We all saw what they did, But to the fire thing, we need to train our LDC people who running wire. We need to train our fire service people. We need to do a lot of training and awareness. That's all about it. It just takes people to be educated to think and how to deal with things. I think it will save Liberia and it will carry a long way. Thank you. And thank you for the show tonight. Thank you so much. I'll be coming on. Thank you.
So, guys, I guess that's a wrap. What, Nelson, you still there? You still eat a little bit. So we're here. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you to
Why got LDC Karen Nelson?
Thank you for putting up with my moderator skills.
No, Amy, you did well today. I must admit. I'm a guy who talks true. I'm a guy who talks true. When you do well, I'll tell you do well. You did extremely well. You did extremely well. And I think you need to be in that seat more often because I was surprised how tolerant you were in that seat. I must really commend you for that.
We know you're on nerve. We know you.
Don't judge a person before you get to know them.
Yeah, don't.
Just because I don't support his side doesn't mean I'm
your level of tolerance was admirable, and I must commend you. I always say the truth, and that's why That's why I always told people when I come on the show, I don't come here to be loved. I come here to say my mind. I could be wrong, and I don't care
Yeah.
because that's me. But that's my opinion.
But
If you
that's
don't
not
course.
like my opinion, don't
professional.
like it. It's
Come here
okay.
and
Yeah.
It's
say you
fair.
can be wrong and
It's
you don't
fair. You
care.
can say anything you want to
Don't
say to
say
me,
you
but
can
guess
be
what?
wrong and
I
you
will
don't
not
care.
shy
Let's go
away
on
from
the top.
saying.
Yeah,
I would not. Yeah, Mary. Let me finish. You will come there. What I would never do is to shy away from expressing myself because I would just feel that I'm being unjust to myself. I gotta be true to myself. Whatever I want to say, it should be something that I'm convicted of. I could be
So
wrong,
then,
and
George,
guess what?
why do you
Anybody could
get
be
so
wrong.
irritated when people in the comment
How
section
do I,
commenting?
how do I leave? How do I
No,
get
no,
off this?
no. Guess what, Marie?
Not my
You see,
Huh?
Mr. Boy here, Mr.
Uh,
Boy
Yes,
here.
are
He
you
please.
was in the comment section.
are you full screen?
And every time he's in the comment section, he can be very
Yeah.
abrupt. That's what the English people say. But you see, he came here. He
way.
was very tolerant. I just observing him. I
Right.
been reading the comment. Let me tell you, 99.99% of the comments are against me. They're always very rude. You know what I mean? But I don't mind because
My
I know
man
why.
never
Guess what?
cross you,
People are
bro.
spending their money. People are
No.
spending their money to
That's
come here
before you
to
can
cost
even
me. I
leave
like
the
it.
button.
Spend your
People
Thank
money
you,
need
on
to
me.
Josh.
Spend
match
your
your
money on me. And I'm
energy,
fine with that.
I
Josh.
mean, I
Thank
know
you
it's a
very
Spend
much,
bad thing.
your
I'm
money
Josh.
on me.
not.
It's okay.
Energy.
Enjoy
If
yourself for
you
your
are
money.
rude,
Cost me
if you
good
say the
and go
people
home
rude,
and go
that means
relax.
you are rude because they are matching your energy.
No, bro,
Congratulations,
I
No,
Josh.
never
no,
cross
no.
you,
They're
bro.
not matching my energy. They're
They
not matching my
are.
energy. I'm not being
People
rude.
to match
I'm
your
expressive.
energy.
I'm
Ronnie,
being
I
you
expressive to
trying to leave,
myself.
eh?
probably
Yeah.
can join
Yeah,
your
yeah.
off
Yeah. You
topic.
can go. Bye
But
bye.
man,
Bye bye, Ture. Bye bye.
Okay, bye
That
guys.
that
Shut
that
up.
lap that lap on your hair. You must take it from
Later.
there. Next time you come here.
I gotta
Like,
cut my hair.
I
Oh
mean,
Don't
yeah,
don't
I mean,
okay.
don't
I
be
Yeah,
mean,
my
George.
son.
Don't mind.
I mean, the man
my
talking to
man,
Ronnie.
You
my
call
man,
it a
let's not
prayer,
draw you too,
lapa,
man.
a una scare on a mongo.
Okay,
Exactly.
everybody.
Exactly.
Hey, Josh,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
man, you almost fooled me because when you started the prayer first, I was like,
Mhm.
I was going to walk in, but
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Move from
I
here.
said,
Move
no,
from here. That party you play. Move from here. That party
Yeah,
you play.
love of
Move from
mama,
here.
you not make it, you not
My
make
man,
it.
my man, George, let me clear the air, my man. I never
Guys, have
cross
a
you, my
wonderful
man.
time, man. It's
Yeah.
all
okay,
love.
man.
Go
Thank you.
ahead,
Bye.
Mr. Boy. You clear the area.
Yeah.
But good to be with you. I'll be here, my man. We'll be talking.
Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
definitely, man. You're welcome
Yeah,
anytime.
guys,
Thank you,
fantastic,
thank
man.
you, yeah, thank you. Mhm.
By the end of the day,
So
we need a lot of trained professional. That whole fire thing, I feel like you have all these. I can see some men on post sometimes. They have a muscle on t-shirt. Like these are they put making a lot of bad connections over there.
Yeah.
right.
You have to look at all of these things. All right, these guys are not trained. People calling them from community. My man can't run my wire, and people don't even know the difference between negative and positive. So people just putting, so I mean, so there are a lot of things. So I expected the guy Nelson Brown today to look at some of these things. But he
That's
flat
Well,
out
Vasco.
he'll
just
be
says anything that
he'll be
government.
back. I think there's a lot of
Vasco,
Well,
questions.
I
that's
got
a
So when
radio for you
when
when a library
he
man.
don't worry. So when he in studio, it will have more time. You know, people will ask and put listen to him instead of him just being on the phone. So it's better that
That's
he
true.
come on before we do that. So because it seems like because what he said to them was very scary. So that means anybody can go and set a fire and nobody will know that someone did.
Look, Amy, my dad is an electrical engineer. Electrical engineer. I grew up around this thing. I know how to look. When you see any of the fire situation you see the light fluctuating like this, right? That's from bad connections. Bad connection. When it starts showing that they're going up like that at Christmas light, you should know very well that is a bad wire that people just put together and just mess up the whole line.
You know what, Vasco? I mean, look at me calling you Vasco. Ture. Ture. You know something? When a librarian man know real are positive, black or negative, they tend to electrician right there. You inferior that very right now, Vasco. Tell me how many mechanic on the
Why
street
do you
right
keep calling my brother Vasco?
now? I mean, Ture, if that very right now, tell me how many mechanic they on the street.
Oh
I
man,
mean,
plenty.
they know how to
Plenty.
jump a car. They say negative and positive, and then the mechanic, they feeling learning.
No, you're right though.
The country have a lot of brilliant young men that are graduating from BWI. BWI they bring out really good electricians out of the school.
That's my dad alma mater right
go
there.
to recruit and get Google people, but as soon they say they know real and negative, blah blah positive, they will go them the phone. They say
Marie, Marie, that's why we need a lot of technical school in our country. You know, everybody just want to be doctor, this one in philosopher and all the money. Yeah, I get that, right? But right now in the day and age that we in, we need electrician, we need technical school for electrician, we need the IT, we need all of these things instead of everybody. Who's it?
Joy, you saw you. Joy,
Hurry, black down for city. Black down for city. That's the thing talking. I know where you're getting it from. You're good, man.
Marie, please, let me start
Now, what green?
responding
What
to
green
the
is? What green?
If you're not on camera, stop talking.
Just please.
Nelson.
Just please, let's if you want to come back for the conversation, come back. But yeah, so we need a lot of technical schools, vocational schools, and stuff like that. Everybody will not go to 4 years of college. We need those things. It's very, very important for those people to have proper training in them to be able to do their job properly. Is I mean, you're right. Really positive. That was funny. But yeah, if that's the only something that they need to know, then that I'm afraid when I'm ready to wire my house in Liberia.
No,
I gotta go on YouTube, Marie, and be like, you sure you put it in the right place?
Yeah.
Oh, why is all the business
you
stuff
struck
like
a very
that?
good point. If you come like Amy, Emu Avenue, ain't no
Everybody in the parliament,
the old dollar store. Alfonso get he
yes, so what is that market?
They have turned our whole lot
into
lot into street mechanics.
Literally, the Wallace market. That's how it looks.
I mean, the whole block. No matter they don't pay tax to government.
Everybody get their own car. They get their tools in their car, and then they open the car trunk. Then when you pass in, then they be calling you over and you want for your car. Kinda. I'm telling you, literally, the whole place.
I gotta make a fair car. Then you drive on and then fire catch your engine. You know what I mean? Like you want to get the job done, go to the right professional. Okay, go to the right professional. But people want cheap work. People want cheap labor.
This is what I said, right? I said in Liberia, when you building a house, if you want to go cheap on everything, right? Do not do it on the wiring.
No, don't do it.
Try and save a good money and get a better wiring. Because if you say, oh, you're trying to save money, you're trying to go cheap on the wire, all that money you pay to bring that house up, it takes just 1 or 2 hours with the wrong wiring to bring it down.
With the wrong wire to bring that whole.
Then you back to square one and ground zero. So you don't want to do that. And then the one thing again, the cameras. I don't know who's responsible for in Liberia for regulating things coming in the country. That should be, if you can't do anything, regulate anything, that should be the wiring.
Yeah.
You got to, because that's life and death.
Cheap wires too.
Cheap wiring coming from China, whatever you permit, then the world. Everything here too is from China, but China knows better. The US don't let China to just bring anything in. So Africa is like a dumb stuff for them. So if you let them,
there's a difference. You have China
that's what
made for America. So like you have China made for Liberia. So
but why do you think, Ray? Why do you think? Because the US don't just let them to bring in anything. That's why.
Yeah.
So if we had that in Africa, and it's not just, I don't think it's just unique to Liberia. I think it's other African countries there too. If we're not regulating those things and they're just coming in, just bringing in anything, like they said, anything that Chinese may touch or Chinese it doesn't stay long, right? Anything for China to touch. And I still know that only happen in Africa because the US regulates stuff that come in our country. So we need to do the same thing. And when it comes to that wiring thing, I think Liberia really needs to pay attention. But I mean, just give me this and pass. I hope the government now will really pay attention to that. And our people really need, even children from school, service education for that, for the fire thing, everything. fire drills and stuff, what to meet, when all the thing. And then again, you think about fire, then you think about security. The houses too that we got going on, that we got the bar wires and to the windows and stuff like that. I mean, you worry about thieves, then you worry about fire. I feel bad for our people, seriously.
Me, I'll
Because
not
in
build my
case of
house like
fire,
that playing fence.
you
Anybody
you you
come to my house, you will confront me head on. I can't buy
yeah.
my
So
beautiful structure and put in fence.
I mean, I can put it in fence, but I'm definitely not putting bar wire under my
But
fence. I'm not putting all that windows that they do to put my own safety at risk. That is the
but
problem me I have with the structures that are being put down in Liberia. I mean, we in the 21st century, beautify the country in some form of way, and then at the same time allow the people to be safe. So I'm really looking forward to the police and the city builders to work
but
together to bring
mhm.
some form of regulations.
no, you're absolutely right. But I'm looking at this right. If we have solidifying our fence, like some people are building it, even Hannah, you can't even see their house, right? If we are doing that, are we not buying into the whole narrative that the country not safe and we're just not going to even hold our lawmakers accountable
That's the narrative.
to push forth exactly right to push forth a bill that's strengthening the security in the country? Because now it's like people just have this thing normalized as if that's how people are supposed to live. No, people
Yeah,
are not supposed to live like that, right?
Yeah,
People are not supposed to live. People don't deserve to live like that in any other country, right? Like people should be able to go to bed whenever they want to go to bed, and like right now,
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying, right? Like we should not normalize this thing where at 9 o'clock now you can walk, and it's true. You can't walk. I dare you to walk on Panama Junction around that time. You know what I mean? Like you cannot do it. But guess what?
Hearing
I
slogans
did.
today, Google will steal you and your and your home.
and a lot of the bikes boys
But
are really
But
afraid.
that's why this Zogo thing needs to be put under control. The government needs to do something about it because people have to be able to, like, I don't care how much hard the country is, if it's safe and people can stay out and be selling that little roasted meat and whatever later. That's
Yes,
how other
yes.
people, it's way better and nice. Like you see, in the electricity issue, like you see everywhere bright and people under there, they're selling, they're doing something. It's so much beautiful and nice than for you to like 6 o'clock everybody was running because some
I'm going to bed.
kid who has got himself high on drugs coming to rob someone and people scared of them and all of that. So that needs to be put under control before
And
people can really start taking
honestly speaking, if Josh didn't want to say anything, it was never like that during Ellen time where people are all rushing to go to bed. Like from 2005, people used to stay outside very late. People was never that worried about safety going to bed, early because they feel like they they fear for their life
mm,
and stuff like that. All of that came into rush in Josh Weir regime,
That's true.
and I believe it started from the second regime of Ellen, where they did not control the Zoko, and then
it
they
got worse
so
in the
much, yeah,
CDC,
they
yeah.
had so much in the country, especially when George Weah came, because that was how they were able to control the minds of the young people. They increased the population of young people that were doing drugs because that
Yeah,
that, that is the way to keep a
but
poor man poor.
but
And
Marie, you actually hit it. Like Ellen's second term, right? Especially at the back end, like 2 years, 3 years. You know what I mean? All like I'm talking about every recognizable government officials on Ellen Jones leave for some reason. All the people then we saw some of them resign, some of them left, and now the Babachi men that came, they were not about anything but just to enrich themselves,
yeah.
and they just allow everything to just go. You know what I mean? On
And
top.
it's kind of
You know.
sad how she let that slide. And it's kind of because, my opinion, I don't think, uh, uh, um, corruption on her ending, it wasn't herself. It was her friends and her sons, and she just, I don't know if she never wanted to deal with that and hurt them because they were closer to her.
That has
But
been my position.
I don't,
Which is why she
yeah,
let it. You would think she let it go because she was looking
yeah,
at the bigger picture. She and her families tend to be affected more than other people. So
right,
Yeah.
I believe that's why she pushed it
When
under the
she
rug.
yeah.
when she started to put her case in tenure position, right? And then they started to corrupt, right? And at that point now her hand got, you know what I mean? Like, because at that point you can't
If you
prosecute.
didn't take action on your son, yeah,
Exactly. So who else is gonna take action on? So at that
why
point,
we,
she just,
yeah.
and
So
that the
yeah,
same question Mehdi Hassan asked her on Al Jazeera
when she
when
got mad.
Omar got really, really mad. Then there where she came up with that phrase that said,
Oh yeah, that man was good. He
"It's
was
just a
good.
showmanship now." And man got Omar in the hot seat. The old man said, then the Omar said, "Nah, don't do that. You're not gonna change the table on me. That's not what we discussed."
And then he
Hey,
didn't
man,
tell her
you
what we're gonna
that's
talk
why
about.
you
Yes,
calling me here today. I wouldn't have come if
Yeah,
you.
exactly, man. Look, that
yeah.
exchange of really,
He
really.
probably did not tell her about, oh, we're gonna discuss your son. And to me, they're like, and he was so everything else. Oh yeah, I'm
Look,
cool
but
with
that,
it.
that
Let's go.
that guy was bad, man. He was
That
bad.
was that was yeah.
But
That was
a interviewer or don't always expect what's coming for them.
Exactly.
That's why if you're going for an interview, be like expect all
you're
the
right,
worst.
Betty. She didn't see it
Similar,
from me.
similar comparison to our uncle Mr. We said today when in the hot seat, he did not expect what happened.
Exactly. No, I mean
But
you guys will go through it. The parents will tell you, look, man, I really want to ask you this specific. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, you
but
can't. You
once,
gotta
but
just
once
tell
they
them the
get things
topic, what the topic's
exactly,
gonna be about, but you're not gonna tell them the specific questions that
exactly,
are
and
coming.
once they
You just
get
say we'll
you,
talk about your son, we'll talk about your administration, we'll talk about this, and be like, oh, okay. But to tell you
they talk
all,
about war crime court. That guy brought everything up, man. He was behind the Omar neck, and Omar was like, stop the showmanship.
you showing off right now.
And the Omar didn't finish the interview. The Omar started taking your microphone off. You know what I'm saying? You are muted, Marie.
Oh,
Man.
I'm about to say
oh
Marines,
man,
yeah, let's say.
Oh man.
Yeah, he really got her on there. Oh, I'm so Medic and Henry. You guys are still with us. Everybody else gone. We waiting for Nelson, and I don't know why he was taking so long.
Maybe
We're finishing that dinner today.
next at the end of the day, now the only thing that will stop the thing except the guy
No,
just
I think
back you down.
when we turn it off now, it's not gonna go off till he comes in.
No, yeah, he has to do it. If not, it's gonna
Yes,
continue because
yeah.
I mean we
and he
can leave. It
actually
was still
said he
fun.
was waiting for data. He said he was waiting for data to be able
Um,
to get back on. I don't know
yeah, I
how.
don't know what the problem is, but we're gonna put this one on Stanton for leaving later because by now we should have been off.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should have been off
So
actually. Yeah,
then
we should have
he
been off.
left later. That's why this is happening. Yes, if you're listening to me, Mr. Stanton Witherspoon, this is all your fault. Yes, I said it is all your fault.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why Nelson is in the situation that he's in right now. So
yeah. I
let's
mean
let me
the
see. Let me
late
try to
night
call him.
show, the late night show at least should start by 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh no, that's too late. At least 7, 6:30,
No,
7.
no, because
Marie,
I'm
don't push it. It's not gonna start at 7. I'm
yeah, it's
sorry.
definitely not gonna start at 7 because I'm looking at it start like Spoon Talk start what at 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
3.
So like if
3,
they
right?
no,
4?
it start at 4.
Okay.
Yes, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if they're running through, but that's just too much, man. 4 hours on a show? I don't know.
Oh, they be having a ball. They don't even
Yeah,
feel it.
they usually have a lot of talking point compared to
Mm.
we do. I mean, if we could, we will, talk about every
And
single.
that's because we like 10 on the
Sierra
show.
said it started at 3:30. Yeah, I know it was something around because I know 2:30 my time in Houston. I mean in the the East Coast. So now when I turn it on, maybe they're not on yet, but then you have the guys
They
in
pre-show
studio.
start at 3:30.
Yeah,
Nelson or Damo will come and give headlines, you know what I mean? And then at
yeah,
4, then Dr. Richardson and those guys will start coming in.
right.
Usually it starts sometimes at 5. They don't really get to the
No,
topic until 5.
No, I follow Spoon religiously. It's like
yeah.
it's
Four is too late.
because I
That's
go through it on my way from work because I leave work 3:30 and I'll wait until it starts and I
doesn't really have to be in Seattle to live because calling him,
no, he's
there's
sleeping.
nowhere near.
Nessie not make it. The man get love.
Yeah, love for the show to
He
never.
try to stay up
Right.
or sleep, especially I know that.
Oh, Ambassador, no, let me see, Nelly Papa, let me give him a shout out today. He said I'm his mother's namesake. So call me Mama when you come here. Don't call me Ami again, okay?
But
Don't call me Ami or Marshall Territory. Call me Mama.
he really been
Because
commenting on your stuff that I
I'm
think
your mama. I'm my mama namesake. So don't let me call it Oma for you. Don't be saying her name. You gotta call me Mama. When you come
Medic,
on here now.
medic.
yeah, Ambassador Medic.
AJ, my boy. AJ said Vasco. I said no Vasco. Shoot, join the conversation now. I know, right? They're talking plenty. Take
Somebody
advantage of
says
that.
somebody
Most
commented
people
on
are
something
You
today.
asleep.
know, CDC expectation were for Baka to slow down, but the whole race car running too fast for CDC. The
That's
whole,
what the race
the
said.
whole
I'm a park race car. The race car is on the track now.
yeah,
And the race guy is on the track. Then everybody making it seem like Bobby moving too fast. Like, come
the
on, man.
whole the
The
whole
man already
protest.
told you all that he was a parked race car.
The protest.
Kennedy, Kennedy Johnson, we need to close. We cannot. We have to wait for Nelson to come on to be there. So if we do it right now, it would still be on. So that's why we're trying to take advantage of. Thank you,
The,
Nelly.
the whole
Yeah,
protest
man.
Thank you.
installed today. Now irrelevant lawmakers
Hey,
and
Bill Wilson. Thank you for
Iris Green and
adding us. See,
so
maybe see
which
people
one
are just
what
waking
you
up in
supposed
San
to which
Nicolas.
ones to which one somebody is for to which one somebody that have a specific purpose that you wish hunting them for and that is supposedly a wish. So if you have the Liberian people money, no, that's the definition for a wish hunt, honestly.
So you have to be
But
on
the
wish
thing is,
for the
Marie,
people.
the thing is, let's assume it's a wish hunt. If I didn't do anything, why would I be worried about a wish hunt?
Exactly. That is
Okay.
why I'm
So,
saying they are supposedly a wish. That's why they feel that they want to wish on them. Because if you did
good
something
morning, Anna.
that they are
Ernie,
Mr.
Fatumata.
Brother needs to wish on people for the Liberian people money. Anybody that took the Liberian people resources and took their money where the people are suffering in the country right now, they need to be wish hunt. Where you think? What else? They will not think anybody come and get them for that war. Everything they will use wish hunt.
But you
Anything
know what though?
he said that wish hunt.
You
Anything they wish
Just
hunt.
have to show up.
you know what though? Let me say the word.
I
Welcome back,
gotta
George.
come back because you guys are leading here. I gotta
Tan,
come
tan,
back
tan,
to
tan,
just to chakla
Welcome
everything
back,
for you.
George.
tan.
But
Hey,
let me say this though. I listened to Milton Balai, right? Let me not mess up his name. I hope that's his name. I don't want to call the other name that he was famously known for doing a civil war.
Butt naked. If
Yeah,
you scared, let me call it butt naked.
no, he's no longer there, George.
You
He's
know
a
what I mean,
change
right?
man now.
But this guy, to be quite honest, I think among all of them, including
I'm sorry to let me
Yeke.
interrupt you a little bit and give a shout out to Mama Christine Sirleaf. She said
Oh yeah,
I am her daughter. And I love her, Mama. Thank you for coming every day and supporting us.
that's my
Thank you
gorgeous sister
so
from
much.
that
That's
George
my
way back.
Power
girl.
made there.
Yes.
So I'm saying, right? Why
But
you
George
have
will balance. Just leave George. George, you love how he'll be okay.
why you
I'm
have
always good. I'm always good.
why you have Mr. Bly and my uncle Yeke rejoicing, celebrating the war crime court issue while other people are crying, right? So I'm like, yo, these guys, they are remorseful, they understand what they did, and they are welcoming because I listened to his exclusive interview. He gave us the spoon, right? And the guy was like, he welcomed the war crime court because For Labro to move forward and to actually, or start to do some positive things, you will have to have war crime codes so people can actually waste water, and people that are culpable can face justice, and people that were offended can obviously forgive and keep it moving. He said that's the only way Labro will be Labro. He will see Labro actually coming
Jordan,
from.
I didn't say I'm go to bed.
Yeah, not today,
I
not let
think.
my business. She don't want to see my
Oh,
face. Well,
Lane, where you
yeah.
been? I heard you in Liberia.
Who,
Oh,
Josh?
you in real?
La
No,
Paul, no, La
you in
Paul.
Liberia. Lane, are you in real
La Paul.
Miami or you in Liberia, Miami? Which one is we?
All the people that here, they can deal with me, get at something.
George,
Because
So
I'm
Lane
they
just
go,
told me.
they get some other content with because we
Oh
here for
no,
six years.
he says
6
it's
years.
after sex, so he is in Liberia.
you and Vasco, some of the comments I can't read it because you know what I mean.
No, I don't really be paying attention to the comments, but George is
Oh, I can read a
malicious with
comment.
that
Or no,
comment.
I can read a comment. Guess what? Guess what? The comments can educate you. Regardless of people disagreeing with us and using,
Thank
vulgar
you,
languages,
Siri.
I think they are learning too. And it's a really good relationship we're having here. That's why I read their comments. I don't just, say them out, but I read the comments and I've learned to be able to block it out of my mind. But I read
Yeah,
it just to
right.
know exactly what they're thinking. But I
You always
usually don't
responding with
use
an
it.
anger.
No. I don't use it. I don't. The thing is that I love all these people in this comment section. And guess what? We
Lane,
all would never agree.
let me buy some
We all
fufu.
would never
Okay?
agree. Maybe now, how they call it, our man, how they call the guys there. My man from my school, man, my former school, my schoolmate.
A former
Prophet Key.
thing that
Prophet Key said
Daddy
he's
Johnson
running
said Lane is a
2029.
great woman.
Guess what? Prophet Key said he's running for president 2029. Guess what? He will get people to support
Jesus
him.
is Lord. Of
Yeah, he
course.
said he's running. And guess what? He will get votes. Even when 100 say he will get votes. So that means people got different way of looking at things. And guess what? Don't think that because you don't look at it the way the person is looking at it, that means the person is wrong. Everyone has their own point of view, and we'll all accept it. But guess what? We'll find a common ground. That's the thing.
But Giorgio, speaking
Yeah.
of Private Key, is it true that he was arrested at the?
Yeah, look at Tobola, right? I heard that today.
Yes, that's what I
Wow.
heard. But yes, what happened? Yes, the information I'm getting, I've gotten this. Yeah, what it is. He said he went for a ride there. He was not leaving.
Yeah, right.
But when he got there, yeah, they introduced the paperwork to him that would tell him not to cross the border. And he came back in town. And that's what got him so angry. And he started using his languages, it. And I don't listen to him. The good thing is that I just feel that the way
But
of communication
he can
is not
leave
good.
the country. He's not allowed to leave
Because
the
I think
country.
because when they got something they call I forget it the how they call it the legal terminology but he cannot leave I think let's say something I forget it, yeah, but he cannot leave because when you get court case, it happened to my sister here who lives in Australia here. Susan went to Liberia and she got stuck there as well for certain court case. She said something. Somebody said she said something against them, and they took her to court, and she was there, and she had to be in the country until the court case was resolved before she
But
could
I
leave.
said,
So
but
it happens to everyone.
But they say it was dropped though, right? They say it was dropped.
No, I don't think that the
No.
civil
There were
one.
two. Civil one is there and the criminal one is there. The government is behaving recklessly because for the fact that somebody, here's why I said reckless. And I know you guys are very sharp. Listen to what I'm going to say and choose. Let's forget about politics. Okay, guess what? I take my case to the court. I did not go to government and say, come be my lawyer. I pay my own lawyer. My lawyer go and lodge my case. Government come from BI and withdraw the case from there. That was very illegal. And I don't know who did that. It's so ridiculous. So guess what now? If you, for instance, somebody slap you, you carry your case to the court, you pay your own lawyer. The government say, no, that case can't go to court. They take it from the judge. It's just ridiculous. I don't know who did.
Well, when
Boston
a criminal,
rank Keita. How they call it Boston rank Keita? How they call it in me again? Buju Ben. Yeah, Buju Ben Keita. That guy, I
Buster
don't know where he
Rhyme,
came from. Yeah,
what did you
yeah,
do,
man.
man?
I
I was
didn't
wondering what
need
you're
that into
talking
my
about.
mind. Yeah, that is man. Man, what would drive the one case? And guess what? They won't have a good case. Because she pay her own lawyer. She used to go to the government and say, "Come be my poor man lawyer." No, she went for her own lawyer, pay her own lawyer, go to the court.
thought the
Then government
government
come
is
from
the
behind and just withdraw
prosecutor.
it. It's
The
it's just,
government is
I
the
don't.
prosecutor, right?
No, not in all cases. Not in all cases. The government is not. Look, if the crime against the state, right, which is like crime, like somebody kill somebody go and stole your thing, you know what I mean? Government will represent you. But if you can take your own court case to the court without involving government, you know what I mean? And the woman did not involve government. She did not say government lawyer go there. She took her own case there, but as soon as
I'm
PK
not
went on
sure
the
about that, George.
and course, they went and withdrew it. Yeah, that's what happened. It's ridiculous.
Man,
And I know you
No,
guys will agree.
no,
George.
you're misleading the public.
The
No,
criminal case
you can't be
should be
defender
for the
here.
You're
You
government.
can't be
misleading
defender.
the
Now,
public.
what you coming to the truth?
You're
I am
misleading
not.
the public.
George, I'm not sure of that.
That
Okay,
shall not
okay, let's
mislead
see.
the public.
Let's see. Lynn said something. Let's see what Lynn said. He said, George,
Lane like
once
what?
you take a case to the criminal court, you are no longer the plaintiff. The government is the plaintiff in every criminal
She
case.
took the case on
But
behalf
then,
of the government.
That's what I thought
And
too.
okay,
somebody within the government, I'm not gonna say names, call for
yeah.
her and say that they're suing Prophet Key on behalf of the government. That's how the case went.
Okay, here's the thing now.
What the main day was, he called this sheriff on this case and asked him,
What
is it
odd?
true?
Yeah. I
Ask
think
him,
that's what the evidence, right? Yeah.
is it true that you
Yeah.
have Prophet Key arrested and you are suing Prophet Key on behalf of the Liberian government? And the person answered say yes. And he asked the
It
person,
doesn't make sense, sweetheart. It doesn't make sense. How you choose somebody on behalf of the government? But here's the thing. Let me give you my own typical example because I see people in the comment section.
The government of Liberia versus Prophet Key. It doesn't say
No,
Judy Andy
no,
versus Prophet Key. That's
no.
why they don't argue it.
Okay,
It's
listen
the
now, listen. Let
government
me
of Liberia versus
give you a
Prophet
clear example. Let me give you a clear example. I went to Monrovia in October last year, and my phone got stolen. Long matter short, we caught the person that stole the phone, right? We took the person to the court. I pay for everyone to do it, right? That's a criminal case, right? But I pay for the lawyer. I had to sign papers here from the court here to send it as somebody to serve as my.
The government of Liberia versus the person you offended.
Somebody is saying criminal cases, all criminal cases are for government. Yeah, that's not true entirely. That's what I want to tell them.
You something. This lady felt like because she worked for the government, she's entitled to sue somebody under the government body. You cannot do that.
No, I think she filed a case. That's when it became something. I don't think
and guess what Bushi Ben Keita did? When he asked this person, he said when the guy said yes, he asked him, "Are you aware of the Camara law and the law that was recently written that says you cannot get I want justice. Can you get justice
No.
for speech?"
Okay, Mary, sorry. Mary. The court knows that law is in practice, right? But they grabbed the case and they said the case was prosecutable.
No,
they held the case. That's why they told him. That's why they told him. Go and get bond. Go and get bond.
Okay, because this case was already in court prior to Joseph Baka taking place. Okay, Prophet Key went Liberia now to attend the hearing. But this case, George Weah government was the one that accepted the case. We are taking the law.
The judges are still the same judges in Joseph Baka's government. The lawyers are still the same lawyer. You guys need to stop this thing. It's the same thing. The same police people that arrested people then that are people now. The only difference is the police never used to kill people, but this time the police can shoot people and kill them. The only difference.
Judges were there, and today Gloria Mususka is in jail. Jefferson Koji
because she's guilty. She's guilty. Because she's guilty.
Let me tell you something. There was no fairness in Astor.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion. Your opinion does not constitute law. Your opinion is just like my own.
This is what Bushi Ben Keita said. He said,
Me, the thing I came for, I want to say so I can go.
Yeah, do it one at a
the
time
man
because it's
said,
trying to be nice.
cancel the case. This is not government forces, Prophet Key. She can go sue him. They can go ahead to go sue the man. What's stopping her? Unless it might be the government or like, bro. Watch the entire video. You'll see the man told the guy, if you drop the case, tell her she have the right to go. The man even stated in that day, he said, even Joseph Baga, that yes, somebody called Joseph Baga, man called Joseph Baga. They cannot sue that person for
Where
that.
I can get back when we do it, yeah.
Freedom of speech.
Because we're on the radio
There is
and
something
we're
called
on
Oh,
freedom
on
of
the radio. But
you
no,
can
so
go
no
on
freedom
your
of speech on your
personal,
radio.
you can go
When
on
I
your
join, we are, they
personal
can say anything to me
Facebook
on the
page.
radio. But when you say anything
Listen,
against, all right, I can go, yeah. Okay, let me say
Oh,
what I
yeah,
want to say.
that
Well,
shows
which I
you who
can.
you are. That's
you
all.
Let
cannot
me say
talk
what
to
I want to
them.
say.
Cannot talk to
Yeah, let me
them.
say something quickly. Marie, Amy, let me say
Cannot
something quickly
talk
before
to
I go.
them.
You know, there is this thing that used to happen in high school. And today I want your attention. And there's no law written about it, and there's no the way we can get principle, the way we get procedure, we get other things that a policy and because it on law and blah blah blah, right? They say the noise maker in the class when you meet the prefect in the class, all the noise can see. So today, Amy was made the prefect in the class, all the noise in the class can see. So Amy, you always be the prefect in the
You
class here
want
because
us to
you
ask the
can bring the
comment
noise.
section? We can be making the noise. You want us to ask
You
the
have a wonderful
comment
day.
section?
Wait,
We can
if
we
that
can
they
have a
made
book
a
right
judge
now.
maker and prefect, but would never make judge prefect because all the old Alade because he's the
Gosh.
number one nurse maker.
We already making prefect in the back and he can't follow the rules. People
Don't be I
voted for
better come
George
out
to
because
be
you'll come back.
people voted for him to be chairman,
Go come out
vice
again with
chairman,
what
You
he
nowhere.
better
said.
prevent the back.
And again still sees the noise. He's the most rude prefect.
Hey, George got love, but you know
They can lose their sense of thinking when it comes to
Guys,
CDC. Since they have no
I
sense
don't
of
care how they provoke me. I'm coming about that. I don't care how they provoke me.
you call your but you call if meet you. Guys, I don't know what's going on with Nelson.
I
I've
keep
called him
look,
so
calling
many
what
times.
I don't know what's
what we're
going
gonna
on.
do? I mean, we're just gonna leave, and even
Yeah,
if
I've called
Nelson's
him so many
sleeping,
times.
you know, nothing gonna happen because they think if you don't turn it off,
And then we're having a tire tonight.
it will just run itself until you
We're
turn it
having a
off.
tire.
That's how
We're having,
StreamYard works.
we're having a tire tonight.
The software they use it. I think Nelson should be. I think that Nelson definitely didn't make it. And man, sleeping.
I don't think it's people. I think it's something.
No, he's sleeping. It's
Actually,
late. You have to understand.
it's
Like
6 in the morning. Lane said it's 6 in the morning.
yeah, it's late.
In
It's
Liberia.
late.
So
I give it.
I hope. Yeah, I hope it like the. I don't know how to get the data in. Like it won't burn burn out and stuff. Even as we're using it now, it's still whatever. Is it unit?
We got love.
Yeah. So
We got love, but I
we,
personally don't make it because I
we
need to.
tried.
I need to take my net. I need to take my nephew for a basketball game tomorrow.
Yeah, you call Stanton around and I think Stanton is sleeping. Christy. I think he's it's 12 on my end. So it's like 1. Yeah.
Well, let me try Nelson, but I doubt it about game.
Yes. Actually, Nelson left us in Seattle.
Nelson is not picking up.
He's not picking up.
Try calling direct.
I called him so many times too. You did?
Ooh.
Hello?
Hold on.
He's on now.
Okay.
I mean, turn anything off now. There's a problem.
We've ran out of topic.
They may probably enjoy it also. God, that Nessie man.
He said, "Oh my well."
Oh my word, that's it. I told you.
That's why we ran out of topic.
Nessie on napping. Nessie on taking a nap. It's late, man. Almost 5 a.m. in Liberia.
It's 6.
I mean 6 a.m. in Liberia right now.
Lynn said we there talking. No, Lynn, we give her right now. We give her there.
We didn't make it. We got love for talking.
Yeah,
They
we
can
can
say
make it right
love
now.
in
I'm
our
tired.
eye, but we cannot make it. I can see Amy trying to fix things.
Yeah.
He's coming.
What? Why you
He's
letting me?
Now,
well.
now he says he will reduce his pay. I hate that generator gas money, you know.
No, sis, Christine, he's good. Nothing, all right.
Oh, that's nice, AJ. We would love to, but we're tired too. We're tired. It's 6:24 in
AJ,
here.
thanks, man. My man, we have some of the loyal. I mean, like I'm talking about the midnight politics, man. We got some
Absolutely.
loyal, fan base that you will not see them even on Spoon Talk, but they're always here. You know what I'm saying? And that's
So let me
great,
tell you
man.
the story. There's this lady. She went to my sister's shop in right? So she was saying she was talking about the late night show. She said, hey, Ami, into the Ami can search. She said, who Ami is on the late night? She said, okay, let me call Ami right now. He said, I'm like, really? He said, she's like, I want for Georgia, yeah. They got no you listening.
George listening, of course.
Of course, he listening.
George.
So you come here and come
I'm
fight.
I'm
telling
listening.
you.
I know.
Nothing can happen. I'm listening. Yeah,
Of
I'm listening
course.
here.
That's why I'm not gonna say we.
Sidisha always listening, even when you think they're not
She
listening.
was talking about you.
That's
She was
the
talking about you, George. So
you
But
got
but
no
but,
way to
but
go to
look,
war. Hear me.
that job working. This is what she said. That job working la. They're working la. They're also enjoying like right here. What you can't enjoy with her? They're working la. He said that was dying. I was like,
but Vasco that Vasco party was sucking Vasco
yeah,
and
that's
when I
what
went back home. They said,
I'm like,
why you guys allow yourself to share the platform with Vasco?
Seriously?
I said no, because of because of democracy and
I don't like Vasco.
so we
I think he's
cover
cool.
every view.
No,
I mean,
no, I like Vasco and George to be here. They gave us a reason.
No,
They gave
this
us
I
a
like
reason to
Vasco.
love Joseph
yeah,
Wakamo.
the
That me, they just make me want to, admire Joseph Wakamo. And it's so bad. It's so sad.
So this so
When
they
you see
think
Joseph Wakamo
Marie,
coming on, it look like
Marie,
you guys are gonna 12 years to complain for,
Marie.
Eh?
When Vasco said that when the wicked rule, I wanted to ask him like, so what did make Joseph Baga wicked?
I
Then he
think
said, we don't know what he have done. You just call this man wicked and you said you don't know what he had
yeah.
done.
Typical
Like,
CT
dude,
That a minute, especially Vasco. Vasco is very good at it.
Yeah.
Vasco will lead you on a thought, right?
Mhm.
Then you
then he
try
lost
to
you.
they had a sinner because it always happens, right? When someone's speaking, someone trying to generate a talking point from
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, right? So he's saying that he's saying, okay, I got him.
He
Then the man
pressure
was coming back and start contradicting himself. So everything that you have told him to be about it, he's like, oh no. Then he started talking about something else.
They
When he
be
said,
confused. You don't
he
know where to
said,
start from.
he said we didn't continue because we had other thing to do to pay that to take that money. So we did. They said they use that money for something else. We don't even know what we're getting. Then he come back and he said, Ellen government had the most something money. The UN gets. I said, but wait, we should
The man said,
go.
why you want to order government that went for 12 years and the government that will get there for 6 years?
6 year and 12 year.
So Vasco is very interesting. Look, like I said,
I like him.
sometimes
Those are the things they tell them, and it makes sense to them.
They have meetings on these things. They come and make it a talking point.
To other people. They try to insert that idea into others to say, you know what, it made more sense to other people that stole for 12 years than people that stole for 6 years.
Yeah. And then he try to and then he start making hand like that. 12 years, 6 years. Which one plenty?
I mean, yeah.
It says you're on steroid.
Which one plenty? And I 12 years. So 6 years. Piqué says yeah, and Bieber on 12 years. Which one? Yeah.
But they
I mean,
6 year rule. They 6 year rule and got richer than the 12 years rule. So tell
and
me who's talking like
Nessie in
that?
the comment section. Nessie
That's in the comment section.
Nessie got love, but you not make it.
What he said?
No, you not saying anything. The man, you know,
I don't see him.
In the comment section.
You know, monitoring
Is it
everything. Yeah. And Nessie no
Then
monitoring.
why he ain't trying to start making all the talk like
No, he'll take care of it.
I don't see him.
No,
Nessie is right there.
you have Nelson on Facebook and you looking.
Oh, I don't have Facebook.
In the comment section.
Yeah, I mean, look, man.
I'm anti-social.
I was recently in Liberia, my people. Let me tell you, that country is blessed. We just need to put our act together, to be quite honest.
People, the leaders just
I
need to
mean,
get
we
it
just
together,
need to
man.
put
Our
our act
country
together. That country, look, just being there with all of Liberia imperfections, with all of the suffering, right? But people still find ways to be happy. People still find means, right, to share with each other, right? All that talk being there. Yeah, people get taught. You know what I mean? People get taught. That is part of our culture. That been there, right? But there is huge opportunity there. I mean, for everything. So long you go in there with a positive mind and put the negative aside. Because if you think about the negative, you will not even want to even step out of your house. To be quite honest.
Oh yeah.
You know, but just go with a positive mind, knowing that there are better days ahead. And I truly believe that. Like, bro, have not actually even like start yet. We could be a very old republic, but we have not actually gotten to our full potential. I think the thing that happened way Charlie Quintan, you know what I mean? Or should I say Raymond time?
Raymond time. Boy, on the plane tonight to Liberia.
That's your money on
Mama took his
I
right.
said, do wear Raymond time. So how old do you think Raymond is? Like talking about doing Raymond time.
Oh my God, man! Look, they show it, and we should go back and start cutting.
Raymond was just laughing.
So he cutting to the happen on the show. I saw the guy. So he cutting to the happen on the show.
I kept laughing. He just kept saying 4-year-old and 6-year-old. Which one you want?
So you know there was 12-year-old. You didn't think that it was important for you to catch a 12-year-old and take the team in at the school. That's the road running right now. You see how many people running behind that road.
Because these people came with the sole intent to eat their own. They keep with that mindset, they eat their own, they'll eat our own. Forgetting to know they campaign on that war crime code, they campaign on asset recovery, they campaign on the fact that UP was stealing from the Liberian people. And they came, they acted like, they forgot everything.
Yep.
But no, they didn't forget. They knew it
knew what they wanted to do.
Benefit like Europe. But they didn't think it was necessary due to the fact that they had motive too. They had intentions to steal from Liberia. So they say, you know what? Like everybody they poking and eat their own, they can eat our own. That's why our conflict.
And when the next person come, they will now order us. No, it's not one size fit up.
That's exactly what happened.
People has agenda. People have their plans for the country and what they want to do. You never know that the next person will be there. You thought that's been going on forever. So you think, let's see how the next person kind of. Did you hear the reasons that? We didn't order them, so they shouldn't order us. When I heard Joey say that in his church, I'm like, what?
And funny thing is, if Joseph Boaga don't label CDC will be the first people to use it against him. If he don't live up to those campaign promises he made, they will campaign on it in 2029 again.
But look, man. At the end of the day, Nelson got love. Nelson, what happened? Edison
We
came
finish
back.
the data. We finish the data.
And so, guys, make it to all. But I want to say thanks to everyone. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to everyone for being here, man.
No, nothing. We like CEO tonight. We having an after party show. The way he can do it right into our
Nelson, you will
time.
pay fine. You will pay fine, Nelson.
Where are we coming from?
Nelson, we are glad that he actually surfaced again
We're
because
so happy to see you. I never been so happy to see you.
Our viewers were concerned about you.
Yeah,
so
man.
Mr. saying we should call Stanton, we should call S, Y, and Z to check on you, but you know what I'm saying? I'll call you, didn't pick up. Mary call you, pick up. But Megan to all.
Megan to all.
Natalie, can you imagine he's here now? See,
Yeah.
man, Christine.
The way that Nelson Aboy alone like evidence.
No, forget the eyes, man. Marie, it's just
but we're not forgetting the eyes, though.
I appreciate everybody, man.
Well, I already said this is Stanton for Nesting. So
because we thought the eyes were going to low sleepy or something like that, but
you don't see it looking sleepy to Ray. Don't get him that pass.
Guys, we have to.
I've been so happy to see Nelson. Yes. We had extra 20 seconds, more than 10,000 20 seconds. We got tired.
But Nelson Jet allowed to do. They're allowed to have our closing, man.
Come on, Ture. You can do closing again. Thank you very much.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Thanks to everyone out there.
Now he said they'll take it from your pit.
I just put in your legs, Nelson. What?
Okay,
closing without do. You might as well be doing.
Someone closing when I go over the topic and everything again.
All the 2024 closing combined.
No, Lane did not watch the real show, right? He just got up from sleep and he joined.
I'll tell you.
You got here like bureau.
All right, Nelson. Good night, man. Good night, Marie.
Yeah, man. Thanks, everyone.
Good night to Ray. Good night. What a night.
George, good night, my man. I know you stay in the back.
George, George.
Good night, guys. Good night. Have a wonderful time, guys. Nelson, good night, my brother. Good morning, Nelson.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO.